Welcome to the Delco Nerd Network podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Ragucci, and here with a few friends from the Delaware County area, we get in a basement and we talk about a certain topic. Today's topic:
video games.
Yeah. Game of the Year 2017. Here to host the podcast with me, we got Joey Farrell, Chris Trio, and a newcomer guest, Nick Matarazzo.
My big debut.
Yeah, his debut.
Very good to have you. Very good to have you.
Thank you.
Like having some people.
Pretty much, we're going to skip the what's going on in our lives because
this is going to be a long one.
Me and Nick went to California.
That's true.
Yeah,
oh,
that's it.
That's for another cast.
Yeah.
We can make a whole nother podcast on that, actually. What are we doing?
Disneyland. Shout out Mickey
So
Mouse.
basically, we're going to go over all the game awards.
Yeah, the awards.
The awards of the
We're
awards.
saving the announcements for last?
Yes. So we're going to start with the kind of...
We're going to start at the
lesser
less
important thing.
best Chinese
Yeah, we
game.
want to get the important
I'm
stuff.
sorry, the most important
whoa.
thing out of the way, I
Yeah,
should
we
say.
wanted to do the most important thing first.
We want to do the most important thing today. We're talking
As
about
in
best Chinese game.
Oh.
JX3 HD.
I was like, wait, what?
It was close, but we're gonna skip past it. Kind of too important
What are
to
you
talk
talking
about.
about?
JX3
Chinese.
HD, the
Yeah,
winner of the
the big
Chinese
winner.
game.
Did you watch the award show or?
Yes.
Okay, because this was.
No, this was not.
Let's keep it rolling.
I'm so sorry.
He's getting right in your
I
face
start to
about it.
Dude, I thought you were
cast.
talking about Chinese Game of the Year.
Yeah, Chinese.
That's what we were talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't of the year, this is
Chinese
of all
version of the
time.
Game Award.
Yeah.
This is best game of all time. So JX3 HD. I can't wait to play it.
So best Chinese game, JX3 HD, whatever that is.
Yeah, too important to talk about. Let's just.
Of course.
move on.
Yeah.
Next up, best debut indie game.
Yeah.
So there's like two categories for indie games, just so we don't confuse you.
Yeah,
when you
I
hear it.
got confused.
So this
before
is
we
like
went.
new indie game, and then the other
From
one,
I'm assuming, I think this is
Yeah, it was
best
like
debut
first-
is it's from a new company.
Yeah,
I'd
like
assume.
first game
Like,
from a studio or
Yeah.
something like that.
But I think well deserving, if I do say so myself.
Cuphead ended up winning. Other nominees were Golf Story, Hollow Knight, Mr. Shifty, and Slime Rancher. I've heard of all of them, actually.
I've heard of Mr. Shifty.
I haven't heard of Mr. Shift or
Yeah,
Mr.
neither
Shifty or Golf Story. I was kind of
I hear
upset by
Golf
this.
Story is literally
Really?
like you play golf and there's a story.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Like literally.
I was kind of bummed out because there's a. I mean, we'll talk about it later, but Night in the Woods is an indie game that was also the debut
I
game by
want
that
Yeah,
studio.
it was definitely the first.
But now
game
that
they
I'm
made.
thinking about it, they did those two like mini Flash games sort
And I
of
guess
things.
that counts.
I guess those counted.
That's so
So
weird
maybe
because
that's
this was
what-
like this felt like such like a debut.
Yeah,
for them.
that
Like,
really
it's
was
like
like
their
their
first
first
big
game.
real
Yeah.
game. Like
But it probably still would have lost to Cuphead anyway.
I really want to play Cuphead.
Dude, I do too.
Cuphead's cool. I played a little bit of it. I like it.
I mean, I'll just give it to them. Everyone says it, but that art style and just the way
Yeah.
that they put that whole thing together
And
is
how concise
a
it is,
feat.
like throughout the whole game.
Seriously,
Like,
and it looks like a
menus and
19
everything.
whatever
Yeah.
80s
50s.
cartoon or like 50s, yeah,
Go
50s,
back a little more.
50s, 80s,
It looks
whatever.
like a early 2000s cartoon.
What cartoons are you watching? But yeah, I think that about covers for best indie game.
Yeah, so
Huge.
next up, they did like, I think it's the first time they ever did this award. It was Best Student Game Award, and like Todd Howard and Kojima and other people were on a panel. And a game called Level Squared, and it was an Australian university called Swinburne University.
Swinburne.
What was weird about
Swinburne.
that was like the guy who accepted the award
Did not look like a student.
I think he might have been a
Yeah, it
professor.
was like-
he was a
No,
student.
he
no
was
way.
a student.
Wow.
The last thing he said was, "Hey, somebody hire me. I'm about to graduate in a week." I'm like,
what?
"Dude, you look like you're in your 30s."
Yeah, I was like, immediately I saw
Hey
like, why
guys,
they send
people
him a
can go to
professor?
college a
That's
little
true.
later
Hey,
in
that
life.
is true.
They can.
Probably learn a lot
Apparently, he
more.
made a pretty damn good game too.
Probably
So.
learned a lot more.
Best
than that.
esports team, Cloud9, and
Yep, shouts out.
Shouts out.
They have a
Cloud9.
good Rocket League team. They're good.
best esports
I don't know anything about
player,
esports.
Faker, who's a Korean League player, League of Legends.
I
Did
didn't
you
vote
see
for
that
them.
acceptance fee?
Yeah, so weird.
The
yeah.
translator was just like, I felt bad almost. I feel like he was trying to remember what he was saying.
It reminded
and he
me
just
of
couldn't.
Yeah.
the Switch's press conference.
Oh my god,
that was so
that's
good.
terrible.
Best conference.
The
translation.
worst translation ever.
I voted for the Overwatch guy. I've actually seen him before. Ryu Jeong. He
I
is
don't
good.
follow esports.
He's a pretty crazy guy.
Here's that one.
Next up was best esports game. Overwatch won.
Bullshit.
Honestly, I didn't really.
Why is it bullshit? I don't know.
All right, Overwatch as a game is really good and has taken off, but as an esport, it really hasn't like cemented anything yet.
Okay.
And they only recently like revamped the spectator system, and now it's like kind of better
A
to
little
watch.
bit better to watch it.
But still, Overwatch League is like not really taken off yet.
I
so think
voted.
it's,
I
like-
voted Rocket League to be.
I
honest.
did too. Rocket League esports is like
I feel like
good.
that's a
Exactly.
gigantic.
It's really good. And honestly, like, I have trouble following esports unless I played the game, but I feel like if I didn't play Rocket League, it's still easy to follow. it's like 6 cars and a ball.
Totally.
It's not like
It's like a legit-
it's not like
rocket
Dota 2
science,
where I'm getting
but it
like
is rocket
migraines
cars.
like, watching it, but like I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got.
Any esports thing, I voted Overwatch just because I don't care about esports, and the only one I play.
And that was just the thing you're familiar with. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, that's
I
fine.
also do like CS:GO a little bit. I don't
No,
really
yeah.
understand like the meta strategy and stuff,
No,
and
no,
like,
either.
but I like watching them shoot at each other.
Yeah,
That's fun.
sometimes when you open up Twitch, there's a CS:GO tournament.
Yeah,
It's
he's
the
putting
first
off for a
thing.
little bit.
So next up is Trending Gamer.
Yeah.
Dr. Disrespect one. I
Shout out.
definitely, since I know who Andrea Renee is from Kinda Funny, she was kind of like my vote for this year.
No, I'm with you there.
But apparently it was really between Dr. Disrespect, Andrea Renee, and Able Gamers, who's like a... I'm not sure what
Which
he
one's
has, but
Able
he's, like,
Gamers?
disabled.
Oh,
Yeah,
Steven
last
Stone.
one.
Yeah, no,
Steven
the-
Spoon.
they're doing some actually really cool stuff too. A lot of fundraising things. There was like,
Not familiar with
yeah, Andrew Renee, same here. I'm a big fan of Kinda Funny. She's on there with Greg and them. I really like what she does, and I think her career took off like a lot this year. I've heard a
Yeah,
lot
she
about her.
started What's Good Games, which is like an all-female like game like
Like
podcast.
podcasting.
Yeah,
So
That's cool.
it's cool, and I like her coverage. So I was a little sad to see she didn't win, but when I saw Dr. Disrespect get
Yeah.
up on the mic, I was like, I need to look into this guy.
I haven't watched. I don't like.
wow,
tune
you
into
look like
streams,
Trending
but
Gamer 2017.
I always watch
Yeah.
clips when I come across him. He's a funny enough guy.
He goes. I'd like to thank Nurse Disrespect, and I'm like, all right, I like. We're
If
doing
there's, if
this.
there's a nurse disrespect,
Wait, is there?
That's what he's like. I'd like to thank Nurse Disrespect. And
Is that what he said?
It was so good.
One of my favorite.
I was like,
not
I'm all in on this
I'm not
guy.
really into like Twitch streamers and stuff, but one of my favorite things is he calls his subs the Slick Daddy Club.
I saw that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
he thinks like, "Do you want to thank the Slick Daddy,
Daddy Club,
I
yeah.
still that still gets me every time.
It's awesome. Yeah, that is good.
He's a cool dude.
All right, next up, which is probably going to be we'll probably stay on this one for a while.
Yeah,
Most
probably.
anticipated game. So in the runnings, we had God of War, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Last of Us Part 2. And Last of Us Part 2 was the winner.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really think it was probably between Last of Us and Red Dead.
Yeah,
I agree. I
sure.
thought
To be
so.
honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not to say anything against the other games. I think the
Yeah,
other games
I
are
mean,
all
like,
really
dude,
fun.
I'm not like Spider-Man. I
Monster
cannot
Hunter
fucking wait
World
for
is definitely the one where it's like, all right, that's at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I
like,
feel like that one's like
I-
soon too.
It's weird because
Yeah.
it's weird. Like I'm anticipating all of these games and
Yeah.
like Monster Hunter like big time, but it's just like
Those last-
between
yeah.
Red Dead and Last of Us, it's like uncomparable.
And I know. So you guys were more with the consensus of Last of Us, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was
Or-
absolutely.
See-
Red Dead's gonna be fun, but man, like story wise, like
Red Dead Redemption
No,
1 is probably my favorite game of the last generation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's the best
Nah,
story game
I've
ever.
never played it.
The
Dude,
story
that
of it is
really-
amazing. Like
yeah,
that's
really good.
that game's incredible.
It really
It's-
is, and
it's too good.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game I've been waiting on since before I even played Last of Us 1, I
Yeah.
feel like. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why for me
it was
it's
like,
taken my spot.
It's honestly weird because both of them, like Last of Us and Red Dead, are such like complete stories to me.
Totally,
like
yeah.
in
Yeah.
their own. So I wasn't really anticipating a sequel, but now
Totally.
that I know they exist, like I'm so excited.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I think another thing with Red Dead not winning and like it being, I mean, it was still close in my mind. I mean, just for me personally, it was close.
No,
But I think it'd be a lot closer if Red Dead 2 was like a John Marston or a Jack Marston game, which isn't it like? They're
Well,
not
see,
in it.
no,
It's a
there.
prequel.
Well, John is in it.
John is in it.
Well, because you play in Dutch's gang, but all right now we know is that we play as Alex. Oh, what's his name?
I forget. I
But we
remember-
play as a different character from
okay.
Dutch's gang.
But
you
John's
see Dutch,
there.
but I assumed. Well, we
Okay.
assume John will show up at some point because this
Yeah.
is in the part of the this is
Yeah.
in the story where basically his gang comes together, and I still am thinking we're gonna play as 3 different characters like in GTA. And
I
we're
kinda
gonna play-
hope-
Yeah, I
because
also
the way-
kind of
well,
hope they don't, but
Did you not like that in GTA?
I do like it, but I think it makes for a less like, especially in like the Red Dead type of setting, like following up Red Dead Redemption, it makes for a less like impactful story.
I hear
where
you.
You're not following like one.
Because
dude.
GTA is like a game I don't care about the story. So for
Really? See,
for
like that
gameplay,
one-
for gameplay, it's fun bouncing around between like 3 different characters. But like, yeah, I don't.
See,
Yeah.
I love that like aspect of having 3 different viewpoints in
Yeah.
that story, and the
I
way
like the
that
characters. I just don't care
Oh,
for
totally.
what
Yeah.
happens to them.
I hear you, but
I don't know.
yeah,
I got
that's
kind of far into it, but
hey, fair enough.
If I'm being honest, like if I had to pick a personal one out of this list, it's probably Spider-Man.
Really?
Really?
See, I was
That's
gonna say it's weird to me.
That's
It's weird to me. I wouldn't expect to say it. If you told me all these games existed like a year ago,
It's so true.
it's weird for me. I like Spider-Man is the one I'm least looking forward to. I think.
I think
you,
I
like-
agree. With that.
You're not
I-
a comic book guy, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm still really looking forward to it. Like I think it looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like
But-
Spider-Man was my favorite superhero growing up, but like I
Yeah.
don't think that game's gonna offer me like a really interesting story.
I hope it does.
I don't think it
That's
will.
what I
The
want.
reason
If it does,
I-
that'll
I
be
don't watch
awesome.
Yeah,
superhero
that's what I'm
stuff, so I don't
hoping
know.
for.
The reason I have faith with Spider-Man though is because they obviously are separating it all from the
Yeah.
whole universe. Like
Yeah,
there's-
plus
And
Insomniac.
it's, yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I love Insomniac games.
I
so,
want
like,
them to Arkhamify Spider-Man.
Yeah, that'd be
Because I want that
Yeah.
freaking experience I had with Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum the first time I played it, where I was like, this is an amazing superhero game. Like, and I want that. So yeah.
I think it'll be a fun. I just don't think like the story's gonna really. I don't know. I feel like at this point right now, I just want like interesting stories. And,
I hear you.
Worlds I haven't really seen before. So.
And I feel like God of War.
God of War could be cool.
Did God of War end? Was God of War 3 like really fucking good? Like which?
I love that game. I think God of War 3 is the best God of War.
You played them all?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I haven't played any of them.
There was like a time like a couple years ago when I like actually it was probably like 5 years ago at this point, but I got the collection and I got God of War 3 and like it like they're great games. They're such fun action games, which is why I'm really interested to see this take on it.
Well, that's
like,
why they're usually
like,
more like hack and slash. Correct?
Yeah,
And,
I'm interested to see this kind of like more serious like take on it, more like
more of a last like just the way you play, the way the camera angle is. It's so much more.
It definitely takes inspiration from that type.
It looks like slower, more methodical.
Yeah,
like
probably because Kratos is a lot slower.
Yeah,
like
that's
his mannerisms.
true. Yeah.
He just seems more
like
toned.
that?
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah.
But yeah, easily though, Last of Us, I'm excited. The fact that they're calling it Part 2 also really just invokes like feelings of like The Godfather to me.
Yeah.
Just like
I know that's true.
The Last of Us part
Not
part
a lot of
1
games,
is considered like a modern classic. Like people love that game.
Well,
I
dude,
love
one
that
of our
game.
friends
and
just
then
the
now
other
we're
day.
getting Part 2. Like that's like. Dude, maybe it'll be Godfather Part 2.
Yeah,
Casey was talking to us the other day.
Casey Wellman just got a PS4 and he beat Last of Us in like less than a week.
Not like a weekend. I thought he said. Yeah,
I beat it
what?
like when it first came out. I beat it in like a weekend.
Yeah, I have trouble. I have trouble like sitting and playing like one thing for like an extended period of time. For some reason, I just like go like ADD and I'm like, I need to do like anything else. It's like I'm done.
What?
Yeah, Last of Us I can sit down for like
I feel
3
bad
hours
beating a game quick.
Yeah.
Nowadays, before it was like,
I wish I could.
If Call of Duty isn't beaten by the end of like the first weekend, I get it. Like, who the fuck am I?
See, it's funny. I've grown the opposite. I used to be like that, where I was like, oh, I don't want to beat this quick. But if I'm playing it so much and enjoying it that much, that just means it's a freaking great game, and I love it. That's why I've grown to be like, well, I enjoyed my time. I liked it. So what if I beat it quicker? Even like when Dishonored 1 came out, I remember beating that like within the weekend, and I was like, this is kind of like what the hell. But then I realized I was like, wait, it was still awesome, and I went back and replayed it about like 10 times.
I just got Wolfenstein, the first one, for like Black Friday, and I beat it in like a week, and I'm on my second playthrough.
Yeah,
I
great
like
game.
the game. I
love that game.
That game was really nice because it's like, okay, 2 playthroughs is probably like all you need to do.
Totally.
The Wyatt and the Fergus timeline, and then like by the second playthrough, you should have all your trophies. So hey, I'm good.
Awesome.
Okay, let's move on.
Think
Best sports and racing game. Forza Motorsport 7 took the award, and I'm just looking at this, and I'm just like, shouldn't like MLB The Show be on this? Like, it's kind of a weird list, don't you think?
Did that come out this year? Was there an MLB?
There usually is every year, isn't there?
Yeah.
I will say this: FIFA is my favorite sports game in general.
Never played it.
Maybe it's because they merged sports and racing.
That's definitely that's true.
Because like, who plays Pro Evolution Soccer? Like, who the fuck plays that?
When someone's out there like, hey, you jerks,
like,
I do.
People play FIFA.
I didn't know there was a Project Cars 2 until now.
What's it called? Just got delayed. The Crew 2.
Yeah, that was that.
And Far Cry 5.
There's 3 other games. That Far Cry 5, and then a third unannounced game from Ubisoft.
Yeah. That's crazy delaying something that's not announced.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Hey, we didn't tell you this game yet, but it's not coming out.
Well,
so don't worry.
their statement was really good. I got to give it to them. They were like, due to the success of like Assassin's Creed and this, that, and the other, we see that more time goes into making a better game. So that's why they want
like a month.
Yeah, it was like a couple months or something.
It's really not that bad of a delay. But
no, not at all. But, yeah.
Next up, we got Best Strategy Game. I found this really funny that Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Everything I've heard is like really
awesome.
Good.
Yeah, no.
I don't care about strategy.
I really heard.
I actually really liked XCOM 2. I got that for.
Oh yeah,
I want to play XCOM.
Yeah.
That's a series I want to get into.
Really fun game.
I don't know much about. I don't even know what Tooth and Nail is, or I know
I've never
Total War. But Halo Wars 2, that was a game I expected to hear a little bit more about. I heard nothing.
When I was younger, I
I'm not
loved
surprised.
Halo Wars.
Yeah, a lot of people like the original Halo Wars.
One kind of just like came out and was like, all right, that's here.
I just think strategy games in general, you just don't really get that big hullabaloo about.
Yeah, it's like the people that like them like really like them.
Exactly, but they're a smaller minority, I should say.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Best Family Game, and Super Mario Odyssey won that. This is a weird category.
Yeah, so weird.
It's just like, yo, let's put all the Nintendo games.
Literally, what I was about to say.
I mean, like,
all the Nintendo games, and then Sonic
games
Mania
that are in here. Like I get, we had like Mario Kart 8, and then Mario plus Rabbids, Sonic Mania, and Splatoon 2. Like, I get why they're there, but it's a weird category.
I never played any of that.
I bought Sonic Mania and I got a refund on it, but I think it's just because I don't like Sonic. I don't know why I thought I would.
Here we go on one that me and Gooch
I like when I was a kid,
will go in a little harder on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Can I get one thing out of the way on this
Is my
category?
list in different order than yours?
You might
Best
be.
fighter. Best fighting game.
No.
Oh, you stapled them different.
Oh, I just stapled them back. I stapled them the way they came out.
Oh no. Oh god, no.
Now we're all thrown off.
Wait, so what's your
Cut the
next?
stream
I'm on
real
best.
quick.
I'm on best fighting game next.
If you flip your page, what's your next page?
If you flipped it, what would it be?
Best VR.
Can we do that first?
Yeah, and then we'll go to that one.
Yeah.
Then
I'm gonna
So-
do a little tease. I got something to say about arms for the fighting game category. So just get excited for that.
I like it.
Be waiting for that.
Jesus Christ.
I got something to say about arms.
Okay, yeah, best VR and AR game. Resident Evil 7 winning that, I think
Makes
is
total sense.
That's
Yeah,
like
that
the
really is a
first
no-brainer.
VR game. That's
Like
a
full-
AAA
yeah,
game that
full
was
stop.
like you
It's
have
a
to
full
fucking play.
AAA,
My
yeah.
cousin has it, and he was just like, "There's nothing like it."
Dude,
I
I
would
want to try
buy
that
it.
so bad.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
Farpoint and Lone Echo are both PSVR exclusives, right?
Yeah.
And
Farpoint's the like shooter one,
yeah,
right?
but fucking Super Hot playing that at Tim's.
Yeah, I haven't
That is
played
the
it.
fucking greatest thing.
I
I've
like
ever
normal
played.
super hot, and I feel like I don't need that.
I need to
super
try
hot.
some VR just in general. To be
Everything
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
haven't
is,
tried
like,
anything yet.
If you
at
move
all.
at all or like turn your head, it like
When we were-
makes time go.
Yeah, but
and that
it's still-
sounds. I like normal super hot and being able to look around and plan really well. I don't know. I just,
I
just can't imagine.
Dude, I
liking
just
it
like
more than
catching the
VR.
gun and just going
Yeah.
do like crossing the arms. Though.
Oh, that's amazing.
Next up was best handheld, and I like what am I saying?
Wish Tim was.
Metroid Samus
I was
Returns.
about to say
took
this
that.
would definitely be his
The-
category.
Handheld is just like a like. Handheld and mobile should be one category, right? Am I?
I mean,
I don't
saying
think so because I feel like then you're not really
Some
not
years
Because
you're better than
mobile is
others.
totally
Yeah,
apt.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I feel like for handheld games like there'll be like exactly on this list like 5 like real good ones that come out each year, and there's like a billion mobile games that come out every year. That's like just like
Yeah, but like okay,
$10.
besides for like mobile games, the best category for the next one. But like yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes is on that, which I've heard a lot of good things about.
Yeah.
But then the other besides Super Mario Run, the other 3 I know nothing about.
yeah.
Why is this letting me? I'm trying to share our stream. Sorry.
So what are you doing?
I'm trying to share the stream, but it's not letting me.
But yeah, Trio, you played Monument Valley, correct?
Oh yeah, I have. This is like one of the only game I played the first one. I think this is like one of the only games I've actually bought on my phone. It was like $1, and I was like, I'm bored. I need some time to kill at school.
Yeah.
And
that one best mobile game. I don't think I said that.
it's interesting, I gotta say, because it's a very puzzly game. You have like basically this 4D map that you have to travel, not 4D, 3D, I should say, that you like spin. I liked it. It was interesting, definitely for like a mobile game, and it's definitely something that stuck out in my mind.
I played Super Mario Run for 10 minutes. That was fun.
Yeah, it was okay, but
Yeah,
not
the fun
not
$10
$10 fun.
That's
at
like
all.
what I like. I guess Monument Valley 2 seems like a pretty legit game, but everything else, like I played Super Mario Run, it was cool, and I played Fire Emblem Heroes, and it was like fun enough. Like they're just like games like you can like think
Kill
about
some
for a
time,
second.
yeah, exactly.
Isn't it weird that the studio makes this called Intelligent Systems?
Yeah.
Well, what about FromSoft though? Come on.
Yeah.
This is from FromSoft.
From Software.
From Software. Oh,
But
yeah,
it is
From
funny.
Software.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same difference.
yeah. Next up, best independent game. So
Cuphead also took this one.
yeah, Cuphead won. It was, but also Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Senua's. Yeah.
Senua.
Yeah.
Senua's
Oh, yeah,
Sacrifice.
that's
Night in the Woods, which I want to play. Pyre.
That game.
Actually, and What Remains of
I
Edith
heard
Finch,
Pyre's
but I
pretty
want to
good.
play like all the games.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I
is
played a
one of
lot
the
of them.
biggest ones where I really want to play. Like all
Pyre's the
of
only
them.
one I didn't play.
What Remains of Edith Finch I've heard about before, but like actually seeing the gameplay trailers and stuff like
There
that,
was
I was
a-
like,
there was
oh,
a-
this looks really
There
cool.
was a game
Yeah.
that got a trailer. I don't know if you guys saw. I forget what it's called. Witchfire.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
that
yeah,
game
yeah,
looked
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Dude, I was like,
Yeah, we'll get to that in announcements, but man, that was one of the best reveals
dude, I
I've
was
had
like,
in a while.
this looks sick. I was
Yeah.
like, this is different.
Real good bait and switch.
Pretty hyped
I
about
played like pretty much all of them except for Pyre. Cuphead's cool, and I get like all the hype, whatever. But Hellblade, I really loved. I feel like Hellblade almost doesn't like deserve to be in the best indie category because they market themselves as like a AA.
Yeah.
Like that game
Well,
has a
it's
way
not-
bigger budget than any. It's still
Does Double A
independent
even
though.
exist
Yeah.
anymore though?
That's what they were
No,
marketing
double
themselves
A's
as.
don't
Okay.
really exist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were,
interesting.
but they were
They
saying
used
like
to.
you're getting AAA quality, but it's shorter, so it's like a double.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think. Night in the Woods, that was my favorite indie game. That
Yeah.
game,
That's the only one I
has
played.
one of like the best soundtracks like ever. I think.
Yeah.
It's
I
super
want to
cool.
play it because you told me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
the art
that game.
style's really cool. I'm really into a band called World Inferno, and the guy who like did all the animation and like art is like he did a bunch of their shirts and like some of their music videos and stuff. So I really like that. And then yeah, Edith Finch was awesome. It's kind of like it's really cool. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it's like it's not necessarily like one beginning to end story of like this happens and then this happens. It's more so just like walking through this house and seeing all these different stories, and then them all being like pieced together at the end.
Interesting.
Really cool though. I really like that game.
I want to play that so bad.
Yeah, there's one thing they do in Edith Finch that I think is like such a cool use of like video games as a medium, as like a storytelling medium.
Really?
Yeah, it's like something you just flat out can't do anywhere else. There's nothing happening in the studio. Don't worry about it.
Hey Gino, we got a special guest.
Seriously, pick him up and give it to me.
Game of the year, Gino. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey,
Oh, I gave birth to it's a dog.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
It's a dog. It's a lot hairier.
Piece of shit.
Well,
What were we talking about?
I was just wrapping up Edith Finch. Edith Finch is cool. Pyre didn't play.
I
I
heard
heard
good
somebody
things
try to
about
explain it to me, and I still don't
Isn't it
get
like a
it.
ball?
It's like a fucking sport.
It's like
I know,
mystical
made by
basketball,
it's
weird
where the people
stuff.
who made like Castle Crash and stuff. So,
No,
like, that makes-
no, it's Bastion and
wait, is it?
Transistor. Yes.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
I mixed it up.
The Behemoth is making
it's
Pit
Supergiant.
People,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking of. Oh yeah.
which that
totally.
comes out like soonish. I think like full release.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
Joe, you were right with the 2 drinks.
Yeah, dude, Tommy 2 drinks. Gotta get 2. I'm still on my first one.
Got that Vita
I'll
Coco water.
I'll be sure to take the podcast and discussion to a screeching halt when I switch to my second.
Of course.
Don't worry about
It
it.
better.
So yeah, as Trio was saying, best fighting game, Injustice 2.
Well deserved.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, yeah.
One of my favorite games of the year. I've been playing that game a shit ton since we got it in May. It's fucking great.
It's definitely something I put down here and there, of course, but I've always been coming back to it. Obviously, I think that what helps is that we're getting a new fighter every month, and we got it. We got like
since May.
so like we just got Hellboy came out last month.
I like Hellboy.
The Atom comes out this month. And then we got who else? Ninja Turtles are coming too. So like so all of them.
And then
So
Enchantress, and then we're done.
Enchantress,
Yeah.
and so they put out I think they put in some Mortal
And
Kombat
then,
characters
and then they've been
that were
putting
like
out like the Justice League skins and like different skins come out for like different DC products that have been coming out. It's dope.
I really do think.
like
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I think out of all these, this is the most polished and just best.
Like the fact that
fighting
Marvel
game.
vs. Capcom is even on this is because they need a 5th to put on here. I heard that game is terrible.
I've heard the game. I've played it a little bit, and I've heard the game is really fun. Like the gameplay is like really solid, but it's just so ugly. Like
Dude, that's the problem. Like I'm going back from
Marvel
Injustice
needs to pull out
Yeah.
and make their own fighting.
I always thought
I think
those
it's time.
games
No,
looked
dude,
good.
Marvel vs.
I
Capcom
don't
is
know
like one of the
this
best
one. No,
fighting
totally.
games ever.
Yeah,
Like-
dude, MVC 2 and 3 are good.
4, dude, 4 is awesome. Dude, it's those
Like, see, I remember
those 3
playing those,
games
yeah.
are
I
fucking,
played
like,
that
they're
demo
so
and I
good.
wasn't having it.
for
Wait,
Marvel vs.
4?
Capcom 3 or
Wait,
for
4 is
Infinite is 4.
No, it's not, is it?
4. That's what I mean.
Oh my god, shit. I'm mixing it up
With
because
3.
I'm I'm mixing it up with 3. 3 is incredible. That's like
Yeah,
one of,
3 was good. That's
3,
why
3
I
is
was
one of the
hoping.
best fighting games like ever made. I
Dude,
love
it
that
was
game so much.
like just with going back from I saw
yeah, this is 4. Shit.
Yeah, that's how I was confused. I was like, wait, what?
like if you look like Injustice 2 first off, they have a really, especially if you're a comic book person, but even just in general, I think they have a really cool story going along with it.
Yeah, and
like
there's actually like
awesome.
comics that go along with it that are like their own thing,
Yeah.
and
And then
it's
just-
super well supported by DC.
I've also heard that Tekken 7 is like a really, really good game. I'm so mad I didn't
cool.
get to play any games this year, but I've heard Tekken 7 is like incredible.
Yeah.
Last thing I will say for Injustice, it's definitely been that game that's brought me in full to like fighting games.
Yeah.
Like
which is,
it's been like
Injustice 2 was the first fighting game I've
like
ever owned.
that I've
Really?
owned
I'm
and
terrible at
played
fighting
like
games.
And I was just
recurringly.
like if this is gonna
See, I'm
be
like-
my intro into a fighting game, it's gonna be Injustice 2.
Yeah.
I like love fighting games, but I haven't been playing it. Like the only fighting game I've been playing is like Street Fighter 5 still.
And just being
Yeah.
able to customize your characters, honestly, in
I wanna get a
Injustice
fight
2 is just that cherry on top that makes me go back to
You're
it all
saying
the
you
time.
like don't like it. But
No,
you
I
like
want to
it.
get a fight.
Joe, what,
yeah.
what do you gotta say about arms?
All right, here we go.
Lay it down.
Hot
Sucks.
takes. Sucks?
Arms?
Yeah.
Sucks. Yeah, sucks. No, honestly,
I was honestly expecting like something.
it's
what I
really
assumed.
like I only played like because you can do motion controls or you can do like normal controls. I only did motion controls because like I was
It
playing
just
it on
looks like a
someone's. I was
fucking,
playing on
like-
Jason Hiller's Switch,
Why did it not come
and
packaged with the
he wouldn't let me do normal version. So
He wouldn't
sucks.
let you do
But
it?
yeah, he would. I was like, switch it to normal. He's like, no. But I
Switch
will
it.
say. The art style and all the characters, like all the way it looks, is so cool. That game is like pretty. I just
Yeah.
love.
You like
looking
the way
at
it looks, but
Everything's
not the way it
colorful
plays.
and like fun. I really like it. But yeah, playing it, like I don't. I
So
really
are
don't
you a
like it.
spring or are you a person? You know, like are you a squid or are you a kid? Splatoon? You know? See what I'm doing?
I
Alright,
guess.
let's move on.
Let's move on.
I'm, I'm gonna be honest. Best role playing game is the most. I didn't play Persona, but the list
I
to me
did.
is very disappointing.
Dude, how?
I think this is pretty good.
Okay, I haven't played Nier, and I know about
Nier.
this.
Like
fault.
Nier is weird because Nier like isn't an RPG. Like
I
Nier
don't
looks cool,
know
I gotta
anything
say,
about
from
Nier.
what I've seen.
I
really
know
like-
about South Park.
Dude.
I haven't picked it up. I want to pick up the first one before I get that. Final Fantasy 15 wasn't that good.
yeah, of course. I don't know how it got on there because Final Fantasy 15 is like not.
Came out last year, but it was too late.
It was too late for
yeah.
last year's
And I was just
awards.
like,
Yeah,
so
Final Fantasy 15 for sure. Like pretty much garbage.
It was good. It was alright.
pretty much garbage.
Pretty much.
There was points when I enjoyed playing it,
Yeah.
but
Points.
You
Persona
can talk
5.
about Persona 5.
Persona 5, incredible game. Like one of the best.
I hear
games I've played in
nothing
my
but
life.
like
And
fantastic
Persona
things.
5 won the award.
Yeah, and Nier also an incredible. I wouldn't count it as an RPG really, but
Yeah.
also just in.
It has RPG
like-
elements, but it's so action heavy, and like you don't really. It's only RPG and like building your character.
like you
loadout.
can
But
and
it's
you
all
can,
like just a platinum like hack and slash.
I feel like you
game.
can
That's why I
progress
liked
in the
it.
game pretty easily without doing any sort of like management or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like for like the first half of the game, I didn't mess with like my chips at all or anything like that.
I did, but I didn't really.
I didn't really get it.
It
so
was
I,
just to
like,
get like
wasn't-
I would just do really long dashes.
Yeah,
That was- I just
yeah.
went, like, super
Once I
long
realized you could do that kind of stuff, like I
Yeah.
designed all my chip stuff around like being like movement and like stuff like that, just
Yeah.
because I thought it was cool.
But I think just
But-
because of like those elements, and then also it's like not like super long. Like you can beat it in like 20 hours. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. It didn't really feel like that.
Yeah,
much
it
of
didn't
an
feel
RPG
it, but
to me.
but
I love it.
Nier
check it
and
out.
Persona are enough for me to think that it was like a great like year for
Yeah.
RPGs.
Persona's,
Even though it
like,
Nier
amazing.
doesn't
Hear
count.
good things about South. I heard South Park's good, but not as good as the first one.
I love the first one, so I haven't played it yet, but I was looking forward to it. I can't really say anything.
That's
about
definitely like a cool game.
I've
just 'cause,
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
But I want to play the first one just
it.
because
The first one's great. It comes. I don't know if it still does, but at one point it came with the first one when you bought it.
Oh yeah, if you pre-ordered
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah,
I didn't
when you
want to
put-
spend $60 on the pre-order.
Yeah. No, but I think it was like even when you bought it on sale, like a
Yeah, it
month
was just
later,
yeah.
you
They
still
always
got
do
it.
that type
But
of
yeah,
stuff.
Persona 5. Also, I'm only 20 hours in. You actually did beat it.
Yeah, I
And
beat
you
it.
really-
So how long
oh,
does
yeah.
the game take to beat?
I
hear
think I looked
crazy
it up, and the
things.
average time was like if you want to get to the whole thing, it was like 93 or 92
Yeah,
hours.
92
But
hours.
I beat it. I beat it in
Shit.
89, and I
Yeah.
went like that. Like we were talking about earlier, how like you don't like to like blast through games anymore. I kind of don't either. But I was like so in love with this game that
Yeah.
I
You
would
just
do.
kept-
I
Well, dude,
beat it
that's-
like I did like 89 hours in like a month and a half, like
You were
2
doing
You
months.
were like,
And you were-
it was
you were-
almost like dangerous.
Every
Yeah,
time,
no,
we got,
I was going
every
nuts.
time we got into the battle, you were singing the theme.
Dude, no, seriously, that like I mean we'll talk about it a bunch of times when it comes up, but that like everything about that game is just so perfect.
There was one part in the Game Awards last night that made me laugh so hard. It was when Conan O'Brien came on. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, all right, Persona 5. I'm gonna read you from the back
Yeah.
of the box. Live your day as a normal high school student. Go to class and maintain a job. What the fuck? And he goes, man, that's an experience we all want. And then he like, it was
Yeah,
just
it's
funny
like-
the way he put it.
It is funny when you describe like what
Yeah,
happens in
they're,
the game, but it's just so like
It's
so
funny.
great.
Best RPGs, they really glossed over it like super.
No, well, I
Yeah,
mean, just
that's
I just think
that's what we were saying. Like it's,
that's kind of ridiculous.
it's so weird
Yeah.
that they like I
Like Doctor
can't-
Disrespect got more time than best role playing.
No,
Yeah, like
that's
they,
kind of weird.
they did.
I agree,
They
actually.
did best RPG as like a quick like let's get this one out of the way,
Yeah.
and they just like said the name and then moved on to the next thing, and then like I forget there was other categories. I was like they really gave this a whole like segment.
Yeah.
Oh, I
compared to
agree.
RPG.
And I
like
was
yeah,
happy
I-
though that they got some of them out of the way at the beginning in like the pre-show.
yeah.
Even like
But
Trending
that's
Gamer
weird.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the
But-
in the pre-show they announced best soundtrack.
Yeah,
I
and
was
they
like, what
announced
the
best
hell?
Trending Gamer and
Yeah,
stuff like
it's
that
like-
too. And
And then best RPG. Oh, Persona 5. All right, now we're gonna talk. And this is like,
Real
I
quick,
don't know.
is that end of the cloth like almost coming?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're a
You
little,
want to pull it over?
Pull a little.
we'll get a little tugging.
No, you
Little rub and
can go a
tug.
little bit. I don't know how that because I got a lot over here.
Ah,
Not your two drink,
Dude.
Timmy.
And then
Tell
pull
me.
It's almost
and then pull
catastrophe.
your.
this back.
Well, yeah.
Let's
Okay.
talk about video games.
Yeah,
Hey
okay.
man, I'm looking out
Tablecloths
for
and
the
all that.
production
We
quality.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Best action
moving on.
adventure.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a really weird category.
Yeah, the way they split
Same
best
with best action.
It's
And
just
best
weird
action
they
adventure.
have two categories
Best
that just
action, best
basically have
action
the same
adventure.
thing, except they just add adventure afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
So the nominees were Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, which got the award, and Uncharted Lost Legacy. I think I voted AC because I
did too, actually. I
gave
just-
other stuff.
Yeah, for because there was just so many other options. I mean, for like Legend or Zelda to get stuff, and also like I didn't play Zelda or Mario. Horizon I really liked, but just
I want to talk
we'll
about
get to
that more
personal
when we get
stuff.
to
Yeah,
games.
exactly. When we
The,
get to
the only two on this one I played, sadly, it was Horizon and Uncharted, and I thought both of them were great.
Did you guys play the DLC for Horizon yet?
haven't finished it. No.
No, I didn't play it.
That's one that I've been like, I just need to make the time. I've just been replaying Witcher actually for the past, or like continuing off from my New Game Plus. Anyways,
so yeah, next up is Back's action game: Cuphead, Destiny 2, Neo, Prey, and Wolfenstein 2. And Wolfenstein 2 got the award.
Well deserved, but I would have loved to see Prey get that just to get an award.
Yeah.
But see, it's such a weird
that's how I felt about.
It's just like, why is
what's
like
the
Nier
difference?
not here?
Why didn't they do like best?
Yeah, that's
shooter?
what I mean. There's so many weird, especially. I mean, we'll get to Game of the Year, but there's so many weird choices for whatever.
We might not.
I hear
I don't know.
Wolfenstein 2 is really good.
There's so many games I wish I could have played. Prey was great. Neo was great, and then I don't really know about the other ones.
All right, so you got best ongoing game for your next one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Read them all?
Yeah, sure. So for best ongoing game, we had Overwatch in the winner, but we also had Destiny 2, Grand Theft Auto Online, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, Rainbow Six Siege, and Warframe. God damn it, Grand Theft Auto.
I voted Grand Theft Auto because I know
I think
a lot of people still play GTA.
Dude, the amount of money they're did you see the whole new heist thing that they're putting out?
Yeah, I saw they announced
it. It looks insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a game where I'm really kind of sad. They had single player DLC planned out for Grand Theft Auto 5, but honestly, online just did so well that they were like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Do you think that was the right call?
I think Overwatch is a good pick. I mean, I have a lot of like qualms with like update stuff and balance changes. I don't really play it as much anymore, but
Gotcha.
But I'd still, I mean, all heroes are free, all maps are free. I think that's cool.
Totally.
I have more of a problem with the category itself because Destiny 2's in there, which
Weird.
just
so
came
new.
out. Yeah,
How can you see how it's handling
just
in the long
ongoing?
run?
Yeah,
but the first DLC just came out. Like, I don't understand that. And
Like
then
the
also,
fact that Siege is on here makes sense.
that makes sense. Best ongoing game should be like things that came out a couple years ago.
totally. Like Grand Theft Auto makes sense. Overwatch makes
Dying
sense.
Light still gets like updates. Why is that not?
Yeah, that should actually totally be on
Why
there.
is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds
I can
here?
understand why PUBG is in this because that's the type of
No,
game
I
it
think
is.
PUBG sort of it makes more sense to me than Destiny 2.
To me, it's so weird because it's like that's the same thing with Destiny, where it's so weird to give like the nomination for the award for like this is what it's going to become rather than like
I agree. No, totally.
I also have a problem with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds being in anything because it's not a fully released game.
Oh, when it
That
got
is
Game of
not-
the Year, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding
That's
me?"
like
Dude,
not
that's
something.
There's
will
no
get-
contest.
We'll get to that because there's a lot I could say about
Like
what
even,
got
I mean,
nominated
obviously I'm a
for Game of the
fanboy,
Year.
but like, dude, car soccer, put it in there.
No, it's
Free
car
maps,
car soccer.
maps.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's actually a really weird one
I
that
don't
they didn't
know,
make
it's
it.
No, that's
Wait. How is Rocket League not in this?
I
What
don't
about
know.
like
I don't know.
even like Halo 5? Don't they still do or Gears of War?
Like,
Like
I don't
something.
know.
Dude, Gears of War 4 has fantastic updates.
Like, I'm
They
fine with
update
certain
that game
things
all
being
the
left
fucking
out.
time.
I'm fine with things being left out as long as all of the nominations make sense. But when you have things that came out this year that haven't been out long enough to prove that they're good ongoing games, it's not
even I would like to see on here For Honor. That actually still
Yeah.
has like a pretty good base, and it's still like they're doing updates
And you
and
know what's
everything.
funny about Destiny 2 is people are mad because if you don't buy the new DLC, you can't hit the max level and you can't do things.
You can't
that
platinum
It's
the
so
game.
weird to
you
me.
can't do things that were already in the base game because
That's
now you're not max level.
It's so
That's
weird to me
ridiculous.
that Destiny even got nominated for anything
Yeah.
because I have it and I enjoy it. Like
Didn't both you don't? Both
yeah,
I
it's,
play
it's
it,
like,
but I don't-
It's,
yeah,
it's fun
I-
enough. I don't really care. But all I
It's fun to
hear
shoot
whenever I
things.
look it up is complaints. Like nobody who's into Destiny likes
Like-
this game at all.
No one who's
Like-
into Destiny likes.
Because I have it.
Destiny.
I have it just because I wanted some random shooter to play with my friends.
It's fun to play with
But, like,
friends and just
I was
kill
about to say
time.
I heard like
And the gunplay feels good. I will give it that.
Yeah,
well that's
for
what and
sure.
that's Bungie's
Yeah.
definite.
It feels really good. But
seal
everything
approval,
else, I
yeah.
don't really. Music, art, direction. It's a
Yeah.
game. It's like a
just a
shooting
game.
alien game, and
Totally.
I'm fine with it. Like,
No, I
don't know.
agree.
But
Yeah. I think that does us for best ongoing game.
yeah, Overwatch. I would say they deserve it.
Yeah, I would have
They did a
preferred
good job.
online Grand Theft Auto Online, but
sure.
what are you gonna do? So next up we got games for Impact. We got Bury Me, My Love, Bury Me, My Love, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which actually took home the award. Life is Strange, Before the Storm. I'm sorry, I should say. Night in the Woods, Please Knock on My Door, and What Remains of Edith Finch. This is one that I'm very ambiguous on.
I really think it was
know.
between Before the Storm and Hellblade, to be honest.
Yeah, and I would. I mean, I played both, and I would definitely give it to Hellblade.
Just between like the word of mouth and what I hear from everyone, I'd say Hellblade.
Like,
as well.
I do think Night in the Woods was a great choice for it.
It was. I just think like when you look at like, cause yeah, I played those like Life is Strange, Hellblade, whatever, and even like Edith Finch. like there's a lot of like mental illness and like anxiety and stuff and depression like in them, but like Hellblade is the only game where that is the
like that's what I was thinking. Like that's it.
I think
that's what it's for.
I mean, I just like you can get a lot from that kind of stuff out of Night in the Woods.
Oh, definitely.
But they don't like
Absolutely.
directly.
It's not as like in your face maybe about it.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm probably gonna play. I was gonna get Hellblade before we did this. I really wanted to play it before, but like I couldn't. But it's just based off like the stuff I even saw last night. It seems like it's way more like intense on that kind of stuff.
Like that is like the story. It is like you are going through like her like psychosis and fighting it.
Anything good
Really good
for
game.
you?
Loved it.
No, alright.
Hold on.
What?
We're moving to the next drink.
No.
I don't know if we can handle this.
Oh.
No.
I was like, yeah, listen, there's a poster right there. Don't make it bad.
Second drink started. Okay.
All right. So next up, we got best performance. Ashley Birch from Horizon Zero Dawn. We got Brian Bloom from Wolfenstein 2. Claudia Black from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Laura Bailey as well from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and Melina Jurgens from Hellblade, who actually took home the prize,
which is awesome.
I think that makes. I mean, that seems like the most like actor. Not I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like, most performance-based game.
Yeah,
like whereas like that's where it's really depending on like what the actor is doing and what performance she gives.
What's really cool is like she's not an actress,
and she's not.
She's
a video editor,
which I think
really,
yeah. And I think it was like they needed like they just wanted to do like a quick stand-in, like because
just to have her face
like, before they come up with like complete assets, they do like we just throw this in here and then we'll replace it later. I think that was it. They're like can you do a couple lines? Her, yeah, and then she was like that was like good. And like
and they did motion track her face, right?
Yeah,
she is. Which is
there's a lot of close-ups of her face.
Senua. Yeah.
I want to say Senua.
Senua. Okay. Anything else for?
If I had to give like a close one, I think Ashley Birch's Aloy for Horizon.
I think.
Wait, what's that? What do you mean?
See. I think
it's so weird. You didn't even play it.
He didn't even play it. No,
I got enough Ashley Birch in Life is Strange. I don't know. I don't see her as much of like a standout. I think she's good.
But you literally didn't play the game that this performance is based on.
I'm not saying I did. Yeah, I just think I just don't.
I will give you something for Ashley Birch. Like I liked her performance fine, but the character of Aloy, I can say I wasn't the biggest fan.
I'm gonna say I wasn't like defending it because I find it weird that you have like a strong opinion on it because you didn't play it.
Hey, we've all been commenting on things we didn't play.
But not in the sense that I do a full stop on something I haven't touched. But I do agree that she was fine. Like there was nothing like crazy about like her performance.
That's the thing. I just think
I actually, funnily enough, I voted for.
You know what? I'm done.
I voted for before I even played because I hadn't played. I mean, I played Uncharted. Oh wait, this is so weird. I played Horizon and still didn't vote for it, and I voted for somebody else when I voted out of all the games I didn't play. I voted for
before you played Uncharted, right?
Yeah, I voted before I played Uncharted. I played it like last week, and I voted for Laura Bailey just because I like her a lot.
Yeah, you just like her as an actress.
Oh, so isn't that funny? I get called out.
Did you even play Uncharted: The Lost Legacy?
Well, afterwards.
Okay, fair enough.
I do regret it because I thought the other girl was better.
Does Brian Bloom do anything else?
I don't know.
Besides,
apparently he's really good in that though. As BJ. I mean, I like him in. I'm assuming he's in it in Wolfenstein 1.
Yeah, he is. He's the same guy.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
Anything else on best performance?
Nope.
Shouts out Melina. You deserved it.
Best audio design, we got Destiny 2, Hellblade again, that took home the gold. Resident Evil 7, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda. So, I'm not a big sound guy, to be completely honest.
I like sound.
Sound
it's something that definitely, it's one of those things that like I don't notice, but obviously if it was gone, if it was terrible and gone, I'd be like, whoa,
Since it's not soundtrack, I don't have much to say about it, but from what I hear, the Hellblade is pretty wild.
Yeah, there's when you get Hellblade, there's actually like a special features section that has this like long like documentary. I didn't finish it, but I watched like half of it, I think, and it's just like they show like what they did, and like they have like because it's most of Hellblade is like hearing voices like pumped into your headset.
Yeah.
And they had like this crazy setup where it was like a fake head on a pole, and there was like molded ears, and the microphones were like in them, and then the voice actors would be like moving around the microphone and being like, literally the whole game.
That's nuts.
The whole game is just like you're in the wrong way. Oh, this isn't gonna work out for you. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing this?
Really?
And it's like you see the voice actors like going around this fake head
because it's trying to like fade in and out of it. Yeah.
It's super
so
cool.
that's what I hear. You should play it with a headset, but like, what about a surround sound?
You could probably do that too. I played with a headset.
I have my soundbar.
I played with a headset for like 2 hours, and then like it really takes a toll on you because it is constantly like you're like, okay, I'm gonna go fight this boss, or I'm looking for this puzzle,
and it's just in your ear the whole
you're going
time.
the wrong way. What are you doing? You can't go this way. It's not gonna work. What is she doing?
And,
What's she doing?
and honestly,
it's like,
that's
it's
probably
like,
the way
I'm
it's
like,
supposed to be.
Yeah,
like where it drives you insane.
But it gets to a point where it's like I just want to play the game for an hour and I
just
can't
not
play it for
listen
15
to
minutes.
yeah.
So I did switch to like normal TV.
I will say, I think Resident Evil 7, when thinking about it, has
that's what I was
freaking amazing.
That game
sound
has
design.
Yeah, see,
incredible.
I voted for Resi 7 every time I could. That's like I love that game
See,
so
I
much.
would have easily voted for it if Hellblade wasn't in there. Hellblade beat.
Like just the sounds.
I didn't play it.
Just
so.
when you're in that house and you hear like the bugs crawling and like just the creaks and the cracks and
and people running through walls
and people screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, that game absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, that game has like my favorite atmosphere of like any game.
100%.
It's so good.
100%. No, I think that about wraps it for best audio design.
Yeah. So next in the same kind of category, best score in music.
Yes, baby.
So Cuphead, which I think probably deserved it. I haven't played Nier. Okay,
how can you say that? How can you say that?
I said I
ridiculous.
How did I get called out? You know. Did you see what I just said?
Hold on, that's totally different,
Nier.
Joey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Nier Ultimate best music. I don't care about anything else. Nier's like the most.
Camera on.
What?
Is the camera on?
Yeah.
Okay.
The live
The
stream.
camera is on.
I was looking. The live stream is frozen on my computer, but it's still going on the phone.
Oh yeah, it is.
Luke actually texted me about
that. It's frozen.
No, he just texted me about things that are happening in the.
He can go away too.
Okay. Cuphead, Destiny 2, Nier Automata, Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Nier Automata took the award.
Yeah,
Please tell me why.
Because
it's like I don't.
It's
so
it's
good.
it's
No, I'm
like
doubting
the
you.
most. It's the most like original, most interesting soundtrack I've ever heard in a game.
Okay.
Like ever. Like
I
dead stop. It's like incredible.
Yeah,
like,
I think the actual compositions themselves are like super good. I think one of the things that really sets it apart that like no other games I think on this list like really do, like a lot of like games do like volume changes, like dynamic volume. For like depending on what you're doing. Like if you're in a fight, the music will be louder. If you're not, like it comes down and there's dialogue.
Yeah.
Nier Automata, each song has 4 different versions. Like this one is it's this song, but like these instruments are low and like there's no vocals. And then there's a medium range one, and then there's a loud one. But they're all like different like performances of each song rather than just limiting the volume. And then also each song has an 8-bit version for when you do the hacking minigame. Okay. So it's like. I mean, for that alone, like, the detail in that is, like, crazy. But the overall composition, I think that soundtrack's, like...
I think Cuphead is just original in the fact that, like, that game is just so... No one's ever done anything
really
like it. And its music is very different.
It adds to that atmosphere in such a way that you really enjoy
I definitely think, like, the authenticity of, like, the music and just, like, the animation in Cuphead is, like, the coolest thing about it. Like... Yeah. For sure. I just think that Nier's soundtrack is just so like it's thing of its own.
Something I have to hear,
So,
like on its you could release that as a piece of art on its own,
it's so
and everyone will love it.
Yeah, Cuphead's not a bad soundtrack.
I hear Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda have good scores.
Which is no surprise, they should. Yeah. I'd hope so.
I've only heard a couple songs from Mario. Persona 5 is really good music too.
Like oh my god! Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't say anything because that's just how much I like Nier's soundtrack. Persona's soundtrack is like next best.
Yeah,
like dude, that shit is so
good. The
good.
battle theme's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, that's what I'll listen to like a lot, like just to like listen to it. Like it's that soundtrack's too good too.
Yeah, even just like the main like when you're walking around like the city like the
like my favorite's like the rainy day music. Yeah, that one's so
super
good, dude. Holy shit, so good.
That game's God, I want to go play when I get home.
Yeah, you should.
Damn.
You should beat it.
I'm like, you've been...
I'm 20 hours in. I got, what, like 60?
Yeah, sounds like I got 70 more
60, 70 left. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's
best art direction. Cuphead won. It went up against Destiny 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, and Legend of Zelda. I think
makes total sense. Yeah.
I don't think we need to talk about it.
Don't agree with that.
You don't? What do you think?
No, I think Persona 5.
Really?
It's weird because I
art
think
of that game seeps into every aspect of it, like every menu, every like little text box. Every time
I think if there's anything
it's so seeped into it, and
it's like that comic book. Like, pow.
And I think it's more of an original style, whereas I think Cuphead is like I don't want to say
it's obviously it's taking something that we know already.
Yeah, it's not derivative, but it's so heavily influenced that it's like this isn't something I haven't necessarily seen.
Yeah,
before.
True.
I just haven't seen it in a game before.
The art design of Persona is like part of everything in it. Like it's just like the UI like looks so perfect. Like everything fits so well like visually.
That's why I would definitely give it to Persona 5.
Yeah.
Persona 5, like that's one. I'm not like a big JRPG person, but
honestly, I think if you were gonna like any at all, like that
would be it.
Like,
yeah.
I've never gotten past like 2 or 3 hours, maybe like 4 hours into like a JRPG before. I'm like 20 in on Persona.
All right, well I might have to check that out.
It's got like good like accessibility.
Awesome. All right, moving on to best narrative. We got Hellblade again, Horizon, Nier Automata, What Remains of Edith Finch, which took it home, and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Horizon's narrative is really fucking good. I really think that game like keeps you.
I don't think it's that great.
Oh my god.
That's what I.
To be honest,
You son of a bitch!
no.
From an outside perspective, I don't think it. I don't know.
Let's put it this way.
So wait, do you know the story?
Tribal robot stuff.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
you don't know like the stuff
yeah.
behind it though. Like how that happened.
I'm not even like a big like. I agree that it's good, but it's not like great or anything.
Yeah.
But I just don't like this. I don't like this
I don't like their tones, bro.
Alloy, you gotta go to talk to Unk from the
Yeah,
Runk
but that's
Unk
fake.
tribe.
That's made up. Like that's what it looks like.
It's like go grab like Runk from the Unk tribe.
It's amazing how accurate that is.
When there's
I'm so not
see, that's the thing. When it is like that, like when it does do that, I'm least interested. Like that's
totally.
why I
Like
care.
that's not the narrative.
Yeah, it's more like
That's what it looks like to me.
That's like
But I think that's because they do a good job of hiding the things that aren't interesting about it.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, dude,
So
that
when
whole-
you actually
that whole
until
game-
when you actually play.
No,
it,
I agree
it
that
keeps
that's not a
the
great
secrets
marketing
secret.
scheme.
The whole
Let's hide the
game-
interesting parts you play.
The whole game is like a mystery until like 50 or 60% of the way in when you find out what's really like what happens.
But
It's
even
just,
that, I feel like all the
it's
stuff that
cool.
happens
I don't-
is
I'll
pretty
play it eventually.
derivative
I'm
of
not-
like
No, I
what
agree.
science fiction stories have come before in a lot of ways.
I thought it was super entertaining like the whole time, but I
Totally.
agree that the reveals you get are cool like within the story, but they're
But
also
they're
just
not,
like
like-
things you've seen before.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like things that you would kind of not expect, but you'd be like, oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, but no, don't get me
I
wrong.
think the music's pretty good too.
music. I love that main theme. Of
Yeah,
the,
and they played it at the Game Awards.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I personally would have liked to have seen Nier Automata get it. I
Wait
think
for
that
what?
best narrative stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
I'm
We
sorry,
didn't move
Automata.
on, did we?
No.
No, we're sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I agree, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
The only thing I would hold against that game that I feel like I could understand What Remains of Edith Finch getting it is that like second playthrough of Nier is like not really that great.
I think Nier
Narrative wise.
Yeah.
Like gameplay.
I think don't you have to play it
like
like 3 times to like finish it?
Yeah, but like the 3 times isn't the same game.
basically you
at all.
play
Like,
it through once, like normal, then you play it again as the other character and you see things you didn't see before.
and then there's like a third
So do you-
version that's
and then
like
third picks up
entirely
from where
different.
like 1 and 2 leave
Do you get the
off.
choice to
Okay.
play as either character, or is the second playthrough always that?
Second playthrough's
Yeah,
always that.
it's
character.
always that. But
Third
I'll say-
playthrough you get to pick between 2 different characters.
One thing I'll point out for why I think Nier like should have won is because the story is like it's so good and it's something that couldn't be done anywhere else but in a video game. Like the UI of the game is like part of like the narrative.
Yeah, especially
Like,
in like ending like E, I think it is. That's one of my favorite like game endings of all
Dude,
time.
no,
I
it's-
think like
I love that
that,
there's
it's like-
multiple like that you
it's just
can
like-
them by letters.
like even like the pause menu is like part of the game. Like it's like
Yeah.
part of
That's
like,
kind of like
the narrative
what
of the
Dead
game.
Space 1 did with its,
Yeah.
its
Yeah.
UI, where it's like it's
I love
part
Dead
of your
Space.
armor
Yeah, same.
and like your suit. That when they do that kind of shit, it's really cool.
It's cool.
And by
No,
the way,
it's
I
awesome,
think
man.
Death Stranding is doing something with it.
That'd be
we'll
cool.
talk about that.
I think, but yeah, I definitely think that Nier Automata should have been up there. But I do, yeah, it has that kind of middle lull, and it is kind of long. What Remains of Edith Finch is like really short and snappy, and like I think for that, it's
I wish one of us
snapped
played
so
Wolfenstein
late
2.
after I said snappy.
Short and snappy.
Snappy.
Switch?
But yeah,
Switch?
I mean, so I'm fine with it. It's cool. I really like it.
I was saying I wish one of us played Wolfenstein 2 because I don't have much to say on it, but I hear it's pretty good.
No,
I that's like imminent for me. Like once I get it, like I'm gonna get it pretty
The
soon.
first one's really good.
I just
Yeah.
feel like that wouldn't top any of these other ones for narrative.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, I don't think.
I
it would
look at
either.
like, I mean, yeah, we talked about it last night. I look at like Doom and Wolfenstein as like
Fun
you
shoot 'em
go
up.
and shoot
Yeah.
things, and I don't know.
Yeah.
There
Some
is
schmucks.
other things, and I'm sure it's like good, but I don't know.
All right.
I'm judgmental.
You got it?
No, you got it.
Okay. Best game direction. So Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, and Wolfenstein 2. Legend of Zelda took the bread, and I kind of agree with that because that game is pretty interesting in game direction.
I do too, but
like as soon as it starts up, like it lets you go and you can literally go anywhere in the game,
for me,
which is cool.
it's Resident Evil 7.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Yeah.
For sure. See,
I haven't played it, so
that's
yeah.
it.
No, totally,
I
yeah.
wish I could speak on the other games because
Same.
I don't
I
have
don't
a
know.
Switch yet.
Yeah,
and
me
stuff.
neither.
But Resident Evil 7, I played through that game like 6 times, like in like a weekend.
You,
Like,
I feel like I can
yeah, I went
draw.
crazy, and it's like like you could draw it out on a map.
Like that's what I'm saying. You could draw out that map of that
everything-
house, no problem, after playing it like 2 times.
Everything you do, it feels so like on purpose. Like it's
True,
like,
yeah.
everything's like everywhere you go, like that's where you're supposed to be, and it's
From
just,
the
like
from the minute you get going, just the whole.
it's so well orchestrated. I think like
Really?
just like
Here's
how
the
things
real
happen.
question: how are the trophies?
That's the big question.
No. If you want to get into that, I think they're great because I
is
played
true.
through it.
Platinum,
I
right?
played through it like 5 times and I got to
Hey
platinum. And
Jeff,
it's pretty
where's
short.
the best trophy list award?
Oh, Rocket League.
Yeah.
That's the only game I've ever
Rocket
No
played.
one's 100%.
I'm only 100%.
I have platinum Rocket League.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar: have you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I have not.
Honestly, classic, and it really gives you more appreciation for
Yeah, for
Resident Evil
sure.
7.
That's
That
what
game
I
is
mean,
so
dude. Just
influenced by that
like
movie.
even that's why I think just direction, like from the
Yeah.
get go, I feel like they had such a solid thing down pat with what they wanted to do with Resident Evil 7 and just the atmosphere, the way the game works.
I think they make like one area so interesting. Like
Totally.
you spend the first like few hours of the game in that house. And
Just
it's,
a
like,
little house. Yeah,
It never gets boring. Like you're
Like,
always like on edge.
You're finding
and, like,
these little things. You're wanting and
At grandma still freaks
the
me out.
only
Oh,
totally the only problems I have with Resident Evil 7 is the ending kind of gets me. Once we leave the house, I don't love that much.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Once we get on the boat, I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I mean, it's still I still enjoyed it.
I think I still love that part, but I think the boat is like a
boat's
somewhat of
amazing.
like
A
like,
weaker part.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I would disagree. I love
Really?
the
You
boat.
like-
I know. I see. I'm only saying that as like I'm like the biggest fan of this game ever.
No, totally.
when-
That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
like when I say like the boat is like a lower part, it's still like incredible.
yeah.
I
Like
still
if you
love-
look up the biggest fan of Resident Evil 7, Nick's face.
Yeah.
I just love how
Right
much
up.
that game like transforms over time. Like it starts
It's
as
true,
such
yeah, no,
a,
it's
it's
true.
a straightforward like horror game.
Yeah.
But then the more you get into it, the more it becomes like you're less scared because you're used to the
Yeah, because
monsters.
you're
Totally.
And then it becomes like a traditional Resident
think it
Evil.
is-
Like I'm just gonna
That's
shoot all
another
these
thing that
monsters.
was
I'm
a
gonna-
little bit of a minus for me was I wish there was more enemy variety. But sorry.
I'm
Oh,
just,
I would
I'm
agree
gonna.
with that.
All I was gonna say is I'm gonna stop talking about it because when we get to like our favorite games,
True,
and stuff,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
We're gonna talk about way more.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right.
The big one.
Oh, wait,
Big
are we
ones.
already
Here's
there?
what I want to do, Trey. You should
Oh, wait,
start
here
with
we are.
Horizon, then I do Persona, and then we.
All right. So we
Yeah.
got Game of the Year. Horizon.
You gonna say the whole title?
Horizon Zero. People know what I'm talking about. Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm sorry.
Created by
Persona-
Guerrilla Games with
Persona
Sony Interactive
Drive.
Entertainment.
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
Super Mario Odyssey.
And the winner, chicken dinner. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So I can't really. I feel so bad about talking about these because I, like we
Yeah.
just said, I can't speak to Super
Okay,
Mario or
fuck.
The Legend of Zelda.
Give me this.
Whoa!
Whoa!
whoa.
We're gonna
whoa.
wait live edit.
PUBG, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my
It
god!
doesn't deserve to
I
be
just
on
think
Game
that-
of the Year at all.
It doesn't.
Some
It's
of
not a
the-
game.
I just think it's so weird that some of the categories had like 6 things, and this one only had
Had
5.
five, yeah.
One of them is Player Unknown's Battleground. When Nier exists, Resident Evil 7 exists, like so many.
I don't even want to
Okay,
get me
great
started.
games
Okay.
came out
Honestly,
this year.
even I think Assassin's Creed deserved to be at least mentioned, but that's
I
well,
might disagree with that. Just kidding though.
I start.
No, no,
Okay,
actually, no.
I'm gonna give you a hot take right now. I'm gonna give you a hot take. Compared to these other games, all these games reach a certain level of quality in all aspects, and
I
that's
agree.
kind of what Game of the Year represents. Like it's good on all fronts. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds isn't fucking that at all.
Yeah.
And like how
it's very much
how
like
do
a
you-
one note.
How does PUBG deserve to be next to Zelda?
It's popularity, and that's what's the
It-
sucky
okay,
part is.
it may
Really,
be
I'm
a
not
good-
saying it's right,
Yeah,
but
it may be a good game, and it may be like a trending game this year, but it's not game.
so then
I
can
don't
that
even
be
really
nominated though
think
for
about
next
it.
year again now?
I think it like could if they release it next year.
That's what I'm
shit.
saying.
Yeah.
Well, like then
It's-
it should be
yeah,
done.
it's-
Yeah.
I think
it
it's
comes
more-
out in like next week.
I think it's more of like
really?
the thing where I guess it's a weird comparison, but I think it's more of the thing where it's like Time does like Person of the Year and like Hitler won once because it's like,
Oh.
But no, it's like what's
the
most talked about.
Yeah, like the
it's
most
not
noteworthy
necessarily what
things
is
that
the
have come
best.
out.
Yeah.
But
No,
like-
I
That's
agree.
funny. I didn't know about that.
That's true. Yeah.
I really think it was between, or in my opinion, it was between Horizon Zero Dawn and Zelda. I think.
See, for me,
I think general consensus it was between Mario and Zelda.
yeah,
I agree.
I think
I
for
don't-
me,
which
I think
sucks.
for me, like
That doesn't suck.
No, for me it sucks.
What the hell? Wait,
Because
did Trey
I
just say that sucks?
yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you don't have a Switch?
One,
Yeah.
that's definitely.
'Cause
a
I
big
agree with
thing.
that. It sucks. I haven't got to play these yet.
It's because I feel like obviously we know Legend of Zelda, we know Zelda, we know Super Mario, and obviously they've improved on these games in such vastly great ways that people are recognizing it like this. But Horizon Zero Dawn for me really should win it because it's a new IP. They did a lot of cool new stuff mechanically in the game. It's sort of an RPG, but it's not. And just the way that they blend everything together so well and add new things just made me think that they deserve it a little bit more.
And
over
you want to know
existing
why
things.
it probably didn't win? Because it came out in March.
No,
And
I
Zelda
think
came out about.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but
I don't.
Wait. When did Zelda come out?
March.
Yeah,
March came out like same week.
We have a hand being raised.
Oh fuck! I'm so stupid.
I think get rid of all this garbage. Persona 5 wins big time, baby.
Nah, too Japanese.
I mean, no, I wish I could have like.
Dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong though.
Even with Super Mario and like these two, Mario and Zelda are like. I'm looking forward to playing those so hard.
Same.
I'm so mad I couldn't before this.
I agree.
But I can't imagine any of them, just for me personally, I can't imagine any of them blowing away Persona for me. Like, I can imagine them being, like, as good, but, like, I can't imagine, like, playing one of them and loving it so much that I like it more than Persona.
Totally.
Personally, I feel like the Game of the Year category shouldn't be limited in entries, like, at all.
Yeah, dude, I don't think so either.
People vote
like,
any game, because my Game of the Year is not on this list.
Yeah, no,
it's just,
exactly.
Like, what kind of logic is that, like, Nier was nominated for like best like direction and like best narrative,
like hold on,
and doesn't make Game of the Year.
Exactly.
Or how many things
that's like when
won? Like
that's like when best director doesn't win, and
like
best
it's not
like
even
movie
nominated.
wins.
Yeah, no,
like
it's so
like you win for best film in the Oscars, but you don't get best director somehow. Like
it's so weird.
It's weird, but it's not like bad. I don't know.
I think it's bad, dude. I think it's bad. The fact that Nier's not on there, I think is bad.
I think it's.
I think that that player is on there is bad.
I think if you were to
really
switch one out, if you were to put Nier in for PUBG, yes, I agree. Yeah. But
I think it should be like the best games of the year, just to like give like something out to them. Because like I think Resident Evil should also be on there.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil's awesome.
And that's the thing, we're running into that problem. Like I do agree, Gooch, where if it comes out so early in the year that you do have that problem that people
that was like
forget
very
that.
beginning.
I was stupid to even say that. I don't know why.
I think 7.
Maybe I was confusing. I think Mario with Zelda.
Yeah, Mario.
No.
I think even Resident Evil 7 has a lot of stake in that because of what came before it. Resident Evil was in such a bad place after 6.
Yeah.
So for them to completely change it while simultaneously like making it feel more Resident Evil.
They completely saved like a joke of
like it's the most like Resident Evil game since like 4. Like, even 5 is like just an action game.
Yeah, like it's more of a Resident Evil game than 4 is, and 4 is one of the best ones ever. Like,
so honestly, like I think 7 needs a lot of credit for like.
No, I agree. And they're doing that Not a Hero DLC that's coming out.
That comes out in like 4 days or something.
So theories are that's not Chris Redfield.
Yeah, there's weird things.
There was in one of the Resident Evil games. There's
he's
like
working for Umbrella, and it doesn't look like him at all.
Yeah.
And there's one Resident Evil game where there's like there's literally like an imitation version of Chris Redfield.
A lot of people,
Hunk.
Hunk. That's what I heard. I heard it's Hunk.
Yeah, but I think it's just gonna be him. I don't think there's gonna be any twist.
Yeah,
I
agree.
It's fucking Hunk.
Just private Hunk.
All right. Do we want to do announcements first or our personal? Yeah, let's do our personal.
Let's go now. No, I'd say let's go announcements,
just
and then we'll
our
finish
personal
it off
like
with our
personal.
We're split because I kind of think.
I think
the Game of the Year discussion going and then go.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Fine. Yeah. No. That's fine.
Yeah. Go down the line. I'll go first.
Yeah. You go. First.
Okay. So my game. I don't really need my list up, but I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm gonna. In a little bit.
Yeah, so Horizon Zero Dawn was on my list. Absolutely. Life is Strange Before the Storm.
There's no particular order, by the way, right?
No, no particular order. Life is Strange was like a game that I got after it came out, and I fucking loved it. And before
that game, that's like probably my biggest surprise of the year.
Definitely.
I thought that was gonna be dog shit, and it was awesome.
Even after I heard both of you guys tell me that it's like surprisingly good, I still got it, and I was like, "Fuck this!"
It's like, hey, really?
This is ridiculous.
But I loved it.
I pre-ordered it and went like, "Oh God, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done this."
And I have Assassin's Creed Origins, coming. It may not be like one of the best games of the year, but in terms of like Assassin's Creed, from
I think it has a lot more stake than people give it credit for. But
I give it.
Unity was absolute trash. Trio doesn't agree. Syndicate was like a baby step in the right direction, but still not as good. And Assassin's Creed Origins really brought it back. The story was okay.
I'd say it's good.
It was alright.
I think it's good. It looks like a good game for like people who are into those games. But I'm not that like person.
Yeah.
But
I'll respect when I get it.
It can be better, but this was a huge step.
I'll throw jabs, but like I still.
And I love Ancient Egypt. And then my last game for this year, Injustice 2, fucking couldn't ask for a better fighting game. My first fighting game, I couldn't have been.
Popped your fighting cherry as
I really fucking did. And I didn't play that many new games this year. It wasn't a big year where, like, the last quarter had tons of fucking games.
thrown at you.
It was
I agree.
calm this year. But
which
next
was nice.
year, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 3
Oh
might be
yeah.
alright.
Sorry, I was looking at the
we'll
announcements.
see. I'll believe that when I see it.
First half of this year, like I think one of the best periods in like game releases
Absolutely.
in a long time.
Yeah.
Second half of this year, I've been so. I don't know. I'm just playing like whatever I feel like. It's not like new stuff.
Literally, like,
I'm
I
bouncing around to
I'm
like
literally, I'm on
like Resident Evil 5
Witcher,
or like like playing all kinds of like I don't know.
All this stuff.
We managed to bring up Resident Evil 5.
You just said a lot of kinds of I don't know.
A lot of kinds I don't know. I really don't know.
I just wanted to point. You know.
Yeah, thank you.
Nick.
I'm up. I have a lot. I thought this was gonna be way more official, so I have a full organized thing.
There you go.
No,
No, I mean I'm kidding, but
Whoa, insulting the DM cast here.
that's not. Oh, whoa! I did not mean.
I thought this was a professional operation.
I really kept my list to like my real favorites. Like I have a lot of like I could shout a lot of games out, but yeah, no, do what you want to do.
I'm shouting out things I haven't played because I feel like there could be a lot of changes if I did play these.
Go for it.
I haven't played Mario or Zelda. I haven't played Wolfenstein 2. I haven't played What Remains of Edith Finch, and I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which wouldn't count.
Didn't that just come out?
Yeah, that came out like a week ago, but I'm really excited about that game. Things I'll shout out that I have played that didn't make my top 5 is Prey, Gravity Rush 2, Life is Strange, and Horizon. Yeah. And then my final list is my favorite game of the year is Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
And then Persona 5, and then Nier, and then Night in the Woods, and then surprisingly, Uncharted made it the Lost Legacy.
Okay.
I really that game really in the same way as Life is Strange. That game really surprised me.
So I'm behind on Uncharted.
Kind of not even.
The brothers over here, there's like
kind of not even a full game.
I don't even know. I know.
It's true.
I'm just kidding. It looks cool.
So when I got my PS4, I'm playing through Uncharted, and I platinumed 1 through 3. And then I'm gonna get 4, platinum that, and then play Lost Legacy. So
4 is my favorite.
I'll catch up.
I'm not really into those
Lost
games,
Legacy is
but I love
really
4.
surprisingly good.
I hear it's good, but it's just more Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 is awesome though.
Alright, trio.
All right. So,
Sorry.
fuck you, Gooch, for a second. All right, so topping off the list, no particular order. I got Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon Zero Dawn, Injustice 2, as well as Resident Evil 7, Outlast 2,
Yes.
and
Oh
Prey.
wow.
Got no love.
Totally
None.
forgot. You know,
No
why
love at
isn't
all.
best horror game?
That's what I was just talking
would
about,
still
but I
there
was
would
like,
be
I
like
don't
3
know how
games and it
many.
would
Yeah,
just
like
lose
Resident Evil
Resident
7
Evil
would have
7,
that.
Yeah.
So
It still
It'd be like
loses,
3
but-
games.
Prey, I really want to give some credit to because
absolutely.
that was like a game that I wanted to
A
get when
sleeper hit.
I wanted to get it when it first came out. I just didn't have the money or the time to play
Yeah.
it, so I slept on it for a little
Came out in
while.
the summer?
Yeah, like somewhere around then. I saw it was on sale for $30, and I was like, bam,
No, wait,
I'm
it
getting
came out in
it.
spring.
I thought it came out in May. Right?
Yeah, because it came out right before my birthday.
you're right.
I got it for
it's-
my birthday.
It's in the same
Yeah.
like kind of area as Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
But I really think they did something cool with this. It's another really awesome Bethesda game in the way of like they give you a lot of choice. This is how I described it. It's like if Deus Ex and BioShock had a baby, and then they threw in some,
fucked hard.
and then Dishonored showed up and was like, "Let me join in on this party." But it's really a really well done game, and just there's a cool ending that makes you want to go back and replay a lot.
See, Sort of good.
Really good.
I like
mean,
it.
I think I heard mixed things.
I think it's more.
That's all I wanted out of it.
Maybe
It was like
I'd
a
say
cool sci-fi
interesting
story.
over good.
Yeah,
if
it's
that-
not
but,
like it's not like a great narrative throughout, but a lot of interesting things happen.
I think so, too.
I think it would have beat Uncharted on my list. It would have been 5, but towards the second half of the game, it really started to bug out on me really hard. Which
Really?
which
I
I was
didn't-
really bummed about. There's like a character that there's like a character in it that you like have to like do like the good ending of the game. You have to like talk to them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I accidentally killed him because the game.
Oh
bugged
wait,
out.
so yeah,
sounds like
I
your
had
fault.
I had one glitch where it was like I had to bring this guy to a certain area, and I brought him there and dropped him, and it wouldn't load past that part of the
really?
quest. And so I had to reload like an hour back, and I was like,
See, mine was the thing. It's not really a spoiler because like you don't have to do this, but like you're talking the part you have to talk to your brother like towards the end of the game.
Okay.
Like I don't like some
Won't
sort
let
of
you-
some,
yeah.
no like some sort of like 0G like glitch happened
Oh,
and
yeah.
he just started like floating into the air and died.
oh yeah, well you gotta grab him. So yeah,
I was
like
so mad because I looked it up like afterwards. 'Cause I was like, was that important? And it was like yeah, to get the good.
That's
ending,
actually the way you have to
do
get
that.
the ending. Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, like
this is ridiculous.
that was so annoying.
Yeah.
That's like what turned like it probably would have beat Uncharted for like one of my favorite games.
But yeah, no, it was really good, and I just want to bring another thing to touch on Assassin's Creed. It is probably my personal just top game of the year for me, only because of like I really think Ubisoft did a really good thing in that they took the 2 years off. I felt like they really put a polish on this game. They made an interesting setting out of Egypt. Just the mechanics themselves work so well, and it's just such a nice game to play, and the fact of everything's so smooth and just everything transitions well. I think that they did something really special, and I'm glad to see that they did it, to be honest. But
yeah, it turned out good.
It turned out way.
Assassin's Creed was in the fucking.
It blew
shit.
me out of. It
Like,
blew me
it
out of the
really
water
was.
just in the fact of like they took that year off and just really drove it home for me.
Yeah.
But I think that about covers me for my list. Joey,
What do we got? What do we got? All right, so it got no GD love at this award show. Gravity Rush 2, Game of the Year. That is absolutely.
Okay, this all makes sense
Dude,
now.
I heard it's terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely not terrible.
This Gravity
not
Rush
great.
2 is like the best video game world like ever. Like it is so vibrant and alive. I'm into it, dude. I'm into it.
No, I can vouch for
Sounds
that
like me
for
with
sure.
Batman v Superman when everyone tells me it's
Exactly.
I can vouch for what Joey's saying.
anyone
for
who's
sure.
actually like played Gravity Rush knows it's good. It is a
such
niche thing.
I don't even, for me it was such like every time I turn that game on I'm so like in love with it. Like the visuals are so good. Like the like floating around in the city is so fun. But the actual missions are so fucking
Yeah, I think
annoying
that's
and boring
a big
to me.
part of why it's so niche is that the actual like beginning to end story and like the mission structure leaves a lot to be desired. But I think that world is so charming and the characters are so good and it's so fun to play.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I
don't
can fully
look
understand
for
that. I just, for me, like my two biggest memories with it are floating around and having so much fun in this like beautiful world,
Yeah.
like just like loving the sights of it and stuff. And my second biggest memory is like wanting to kill myself because of how annoying like the fighting in the
Yeah.
missions are.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Some of
it
the
was, like-
boss fights are annoying. Yeah,
Yeah, like
but
the-
getting costumes, dressing around.
Yeah, that's real good.
Taking
That's real good, for
pictures,
sure.
uploading them,
Love it.
flying around, kicking alien ass. I loved it. Definitely my favorite.
Awesome.
And it's funny. I was telling Nick when because we went to Disneyland last month. The whole time I was there, I kept thinking about it because it's like that game is like a theme park.
I like it.
You
Okay.
walk through it, everything's colorful. There's things happening. You're like, wait, why is this guy like sweeping his roof? Wait, this guy's selling balloons. What
the fuck
this
is
guy's
going
jumping?
on?
What the hell? Like it's all that, and I loved it. So enough about that. Also, the fact that wasn't nominated for best soundtrack is a crime too.
Yeah, great soundtrack for sure.
I think that game, that Nier and Night in the Woods are like the 3 best soundtracks easily. From this
I think I fully agree with that probably.
super good. But enough gushing about that. I also had Nier on here, which we talked about plenty. That game is a blast. I loved it. Art's super cool. I love the way the world changes throughout that game too. I kind of forget about that, but yeah, like the more you progress, like the more everything gets like destroyed. There's all this crazy shit going on. Night in the Woods, awesome, loved it. Get Twin Peaks vibes, good soundtrack. Life is Strange was good. Resident Evil 7 was good.
This game was good.
See, I kind of want to.
Yeah, wait, I didn't get to
We
talk about it.
definitely touched on a lot.
I meant to talk about Resident Evil 7 more
You missed
for
your
my
chance.
thing, but I missed my chance.
You
I'll
missed your
pass it up.
It's over.
Yeah, I
Get
just
out.
kind of want
Literally, that
to
won't be
like
happening.
great, like kind of just like glaze over like the ones that were already talked about.
Of course.
Outlast 2, another game
Oh,
that I
want
love.
to talk about a
Yeah,
little more.
got
too.
no love from the show, which I kind of get. I feel like there's no like individual aspect of Outlast that tops anything this year. But I
course.
think overall, what that game is, I just like loved it. I love
Just the whole
lore of that.
psychological journey it brings you on. I
Yeah,
gotta
and
say,
I
is
just
really
I
cool.
love the lore of that game so much. I love reading about like Murkoff.
I'm
and, like,
excited
all
to
these
play it
crazy
next
experiments.
Halloween.
Like it's so awesome.
I do my hot horror game marathon of the month.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have Hellblade's
I have
awesome,
Honorable
Resident Evil, cool. Hatsune Miku Project Diva Future Tone shouts out.
Of course. God damn it.
But no, I mean, hey, if you like rhythm games and you don't mind like really weird, cutesy Japanese pop stuff, hey, get
It's all
Hatsune
for
Miku.
you, yeah.
It is
Check
so
out,
fun.
If you don't
and
want to
hard.
play it, look up Popey Po on
Look
YouTube.
Type in Popipo, hit backspace, and then type in Weekender Girl.
Oh, for sure. No, Weekender
And then
Girl.
press enter.
Weekender Girl is for sure the
Press
true.
enter and watch the YouTube video that comes
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's it, pretty much. There was other stuff, not as memorable.
All right.
One honorable mention I wanted to say really quick. It was Wolfenstein 2 I wanted to play really bad, and Evil Within 2 I really still want to check out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Gooch,
All right. Announcements. So I really don't want to go over all
we don't
of
need
them.
to. I just
I
say.
finished my second drink.
All right, let's talk about
Oh,
that.
we got to end this now. Then
Let's
No.
talk about Death Stranding right now.
Yeah, started off with the big one.
Dude,
should have bought a third drink.
I've watched that trailer
How
so
many
many
drinks?
fucking times, and I've combed over it.
I watched it once.
I watched it once when we were here.
I watched it once and I liked it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also watched it once.
Oh yeah, by
So-
the way, Norman Reedus' character's name is Sam.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was like talking to the dead dude.
Yeah,
or
or if he was talking to
him.
him.
Yeah.
And I was like, Sam. I was like, that's a Norman name.
So one of the big things they keep talking about in this trailer is that there's been 2 big bangs, right? That's what he keeps bringing up. He's like, there was
Yeah.
one bit bang.
that created
Life.
life, one that put the planets in the way they are, and then one that will...
So I'm assuming that's the Big Bang, obviously. But
yeah.
And then like the second one is what causes, I'm assuming, what causes what's happening in that world. And like we get all these, so it's so confused. So like it looks like there's like this goo going around that just gets
There is some black goo.
There's a lot of black goo. Like
there's some black goo.
And there's like people coming out of it and grabbing people.
I think the black goo represents another plane of reality. I think.
I can see that.
I think.
Like, I just don't even know where to... Like, don't get me wrong. I thought this trailer
And the baby has something to do with it.
Totally.
Okay, so when the baby... I feel like I moved something. When the
baby was just there randomly.
When the baby is
You ran over a baby.
When the baby is plugged into that dude's thing, that's what makes that thing detect those monsters. I watched it enough that when he unplugs the baby and like
it goes off,
gives it to
it turns off.
To Norman Reedus' character, his little dude,
detector thing
like shuts down.
That thing,
and then Norman Reedus plugs it in and his wakes up. But that thing like follows whatever those invisible things are, and when they get closer, it goes quicker and stuff, and it does different things depending on like, the distance of the creature. And I'm just like, fuck.
I'm excited because there was like I remember there was two like organizations or like two names of organizations.
Bridges and Porter.
Yeah, Porter was like on a suit. I just love to see that he's still like Kojima's still keeping that going where it's like this organization.
Of course, like there's like actual people present.
Yeah, like I want to find out what
you don't want it to be so ambiguous.
Like the one door that like floats.
Yeah, I think that's what says Bridges.
And it said like United States on it or something.
Does it?
I think unless I saw it wrong, wasn't one of the like emblems on that like door that floats by under didn't say like United States something or no?
It's United Cities of America.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what Bridges has.
Yeah, that's what I'm really fascinated to see like what these organizations are and like what they do.
So Norman Reedus doesn't work for Bridges. Guillermo del Toro's character is probably like the head of it, I would assume, or something to do with it. And then those other people, so they have patches that it says Bridges, and then a sleeve it says Corpse Disposal Team 6. So they're cleaning up that body. I don't know why Norman Reedus is there with them.
Porter.
But,
listen,
because he had Porter on.
I just want to pose one question.
So he's not with Bridges. I don't. That's what I'm figuring out.
I want to pose one question for you guys. If this was not by Hideo Kojima, would you think that this trailer was good?
Yeah, for sure.
But like, I just think I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
I think that's totally part of it. You don't.
But like, I don't think that's good.
I think it makes you want to see more. It makes you want to figure it out.
It's just frustrating me. Like to the point of like I don't.
I can see both ends of it because it's like if they come back again like a year from now with another one of these, then I'll be like, all right. Like, I need to see the game. I still really like it, but like I've liked all of them so far because it's like visually like they're so good to watch, and it's like if the game is like including these kind of visual
styles
like,
and stuff
I'm
like
all
that.
in on it. But like if they don't like the next time they come back with the game, if they don't like show me some more like concrete thing about it, like I'm gonna start to get a little like
I love to not know what I'm like seeing until eventually like at one point things start coming together. Okay. I love just being shown things just to be confused. I mean, I would like for there to be a point for it by the end, but like...
I think there's clearly a point.
I just love seeing things I mean, the shot where obviously...
I don't think it's clearly there, but yeah.
At the end, yes, there's clearly a point. He definitely has something to say.
I'm talking the point is when the game comes out, not the end of the trailer.
See, I'm not
talking about the end. I'm just talking about like the end of the game, like what the story will end up being.
Like once the game, that's when like the point.
Yeah,
I've been saying this to you before, Gooch. I'm just like Hideo Kojima is obviously a great game maker. He knows what he's doing.
Debatable.
Fair enough.
MGS5.
I just think that they could have gotten this deal struck with Hideo like 2 years ago, not even shown what they showed the first time, and just let this hype build until a year before, and then start showing me shit.
Dude.
Just with any game.
Like that. No, I'm with Joey though, where I like to get these super weird
like
things,
ambiguous,
and
then to find out like by the time the game comes out. But
like, what that means,
but I just wish that I could see like what the game is at all at some point.
I would
like. I think that's what it's. I don't need to like a layout of like what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
In the game at all. I just want to know like what I'm gonna be doing.
Like I think the next step is a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, so do I. I really thought this one was gonna switch to it. Like the way like the camera like pulls up behind him at one point.
Did too.
I kind of thought it was about to, and then it didn't.
I still think we're a year out from.
I think we're like 3 years out from even like
2020 earliest. I think.
Yeah, the way the camera moves.
That's what made me so excited. The way the camera would move up to them like next to the truck.
It was
definitely
super
of 5 so well, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
So I guess at the end of the day is what I'm saying is like I don't want this to end up with the type of like just like we're hearing about it again and again.
Yeah,
like, when is it coming?
I think it's too. I think it's too interesting to get too bad with that.
True,
but
it's not.
I think it does have the potential for people to be like, all right, I've had enough. I want real.
And like we
now.
get it. We're gamers. We enjoy this stuff. But like if you show that trailer to just your average Joe Schmo, I would really like to see what their reaction.
Yeah,
is.
See what they actually thought.
If they showed another trailer like the past two, that's really short and gives you like very little information, like that's actually like concrete. I think then
a little bit of information.
But this one was so long and had like things that were actually like you could like okay, his name is Sam.
Yeah, there's things you can like remember about it,
totally. This piece of technology. Like there was lots of things to like
not remember.
By the way, his suit looks a lot like Luden's. The way it's.
I was actually thinking that. Yeah,
it's a lot like Luden's.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I could go a little deeper, but I'm hyped, man. I'm fucking excited.
It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to misconstrue for me not being like excited, but I just don't want it to get to that point.
I have the same concern.
I really think the point of it is like I showed somebody the trailer that like really has like no idea what the fuck's going on. I'm like that's like what's fun about it. I'm like you don't
half
know.
the fun is figuring it out.
And nobody else knows.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, what the fuck is this?
No, that's definitely the best part.
And
no, I hear you.
What gets me excited is because I want to see more. Like I want to like even if it's not like finding out more information about the game, I just want to watch more trailers.
I would love what my ideal thing from this point out is some gameplay of the game that's as weird as everything we've seen so far. Like it doesn't like give me any plot details at all, other than like weird hints like this one had.
Yeah.
But like,
and I mean,
just some extremely weird gameplay demo.
I think Mads Mikkelsen's character's in it because when like
the way he goes like
thing and he like points like he does in the trailer.
I also kind of hope that the game doesn't give you like explicit answers for every single.
Oh, absolutely. It won't.
I feel like MGS5.
I hope it. I
would like it to be a little bit more comprehensible than like a Metal Gear though.
Yeah, but like
MGS. I was just like,
I think this has potential to be, which I like. I think there's a potential to be a lot more cryptic and weird than any Metal Gear game.
Yeah,
even more.
The issue
there's
with
just zero
MGS5
story
was
connects unless you really
didn't play the other games, you really didn't have that.
Yeah, there's like
that was a game I played because I loved just playing it.
Yeah,
like I wasn't playing it because like I want to get the story stuff.
Like
I just play. I love invading an outpost and like fucking.
If you know what happens in MGS4 and you know what happens at Ocelot and Kaz and like you know where it's going, or you know like. You have some sense of like idea of who these people are and whatever. But we could talk about Death Stranding all fucking day.
I agree. We don't have to go through all these at all. I was thinking like we got a World War Z game announced, which actually was kind of out of nowhere.
I was like when the trailer came, I was like, that's not relevant anymore.
That was a good thing to start off with because when they showed that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be stupid. Yeah. They're gonna have like bad announcements.
Yeah, and then they had the Game Awards with very low expectations, and then the first thing they showed me was goddamn World War Z.
The only reason
I saw zombies, and I was like,
the only reason I'm sort of like about it is because like there's no movie coming out or anything, so they must
it is a really weird
think
decision.
like that there's something good going on. Or at least I'd hope they think something good is going on.
There actually is a movie coming out though, which is weird.
New one,
but not for a while though.
Yeah, not for a while.
It's still not even in production or anything.
Yeah, and it's directed by David Fincher, which is so weird.
We got Vacation Simulator announced. I don't know if anyone's too big on that.
That's like a.
We got a new thing from Software,
which.
Dude,
that's either a new IP or Bloodborne.
That was out of even with Death Stranding stuff. That was the ultimate like for me. Like I couldn't believe they like actually showed that stuff because like that like I'm like Bloodborne's like one of my favorite games. That would be top.
That was a game that got me into like a Souls game.
Yeah, same. Yeah. And Bloodborne is a top 3 game like of all time for me. Like it might be like my favorite game.
I can't wait.
Fun fact: I rented it from GameFly when I had 2 months free, and I couldn't. I was still playing it, but I couldn't get past it. What did you do?
Give me one of these? Listen, buddy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it.
But I didn't finish it before I had to turn it back in. But and then I tried picking it up for like $10 and jumping back in where I was, and I was like,
you know what I'm really excited. You know what I'm really excited about? It's probably gonna be weird. The story.
Dude, the story's awesome.
Yeah,
the story is so
really good.
It's
I'm
like
gonna read every item description.
Yeah, that's what you have to do if you really like it. I mostly just watch like videos on YouTube.
You know, Vati video.
Yeah.
I've played more of that than like any other Souls game. I really like the world and all the like the design and like all the character design.
I like how everything's like.
I just don't like Souls games. I don't know.
No, no, for sure. That makes
sense. It's not for everybody.
I didn't either. I remember I tried to play Dark Souls 1. That was the first one I tried to play, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, it's not good.
I remember one of my earliest memories.
I went back and played it. I kind of like it, though.
Hanging with Gooch, I came over his house. He's like, I'm like, what are you playing? He's like, Dark Souls 2 or something. I was like, do you think I'd like it? He's like, no. And I was like, all right, that's fine.
Wait, a while ago?
It was like in your old house, forever ago. It was
Dark
like
Souls
1, probably, yeah.
when you get Bloodborne though, you gotta if you end up beating it, you gotta play the DLC. DLC is really good.
The old hunter.
Yeah, dude, it's like that has maybe my favorite bosses like in the entire game.
So 2 summers ago, I got Dark Souls 2, and I'm playing them in like order. So like I'm not gonna jump to Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna get Bloodborne first, and then play Dark Souls 3.
Dude, hell yeah. Dark Souls 3 also really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. So next up we had in the Valley of the Gods, which
looks
is
interesting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Cool. Like I was actually.
They look like, I think they're lesbian lovers. I'm gonna say that right now.
They're just They're just lovers.
Lesbian lover
You just have to say lovers. Anyways,
lesbian lovers.
I could be. I don't know.
They could just be.
And they're like 1920s like archaeologists because of the camera.
It looks like super Pixar inspired animation, which I love. It's like
By
Pixar
the
meshed with
devs of
Dishonored.
Firewatch.
Honestly, if they didn't because I think it opens with Campo Santo's logo.
Yeah,
I think if it didn't open with that, I probably wouldn't care nearly as much. I'd be like, oh, cool. But
because we don't really know exactly what's happening.
Seeing that name immediately, I was like, oh, okay,
I still gotta play Firewatch. Still gotta play.
Firewatch.
Dude,
I have it I started playing it. I couldn't finish it. I
love it.
Well, it didn't. Let's put it this way.
How's the
It's not like I
trophies?
couldn't finish it, but I just.
I don't know. I don't know. I can never answer that question.
I know. You just asked me that, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, no. When they were doing the Battlefront 2 review, I'm like, how are the achievements? And
I was like, excuse me? I'm sorry. What? What's an achievement?
But yeah, I'm really excited. I think the one thing visually about Firewatch that looked bad was like the actual characters.
Yeah,
you don't see a lot in
I was about to say,
Firewatch.
I feel like I didn't even get to a point where I saw another character.
You don't
see
see
like
any of the people, do you?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
please.
But you barely see like any actual people. So, but when you do, it's kind of. But this trailer, like the character that you like see the whole time, like the other explorer, like looked good. Like that, yeah, it looked like Pixar, and I was like, okay, now I'm hooked. They got people figured out. They had like settings and stuff before. Now they have like people figured out. So I'm excited.
Yeah, the people.
I think we could probably. So we got the Champions Ballad DLC that was announced for Zelda, which actually came out last night too, which is cool. Soul Calibur 6.
Okay. You wouldn't expect it, but that's like a huge one for me.
No,
I'm really
that's big.
I'm
not a Soul Calibur.
I've never played it, but I'm excited.
Dude, I am so.
I was waiting for the unique character though. Like when you know how they did.
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought they were gonna end it.
I was waiting for.
I'm
like,
hoping
fucking, like,
so
Tron
bad
or some
that we
shit.
get 2B.
I really doubt it, but that would be my favorite that could happen.
If 2B's in it, I'm buying the game.
Who?
Like 2B from Nier Automata.
If
That would be right.
I think that's.
They had Ezio in it for
she's in it.
5 or something, I think. Right?
I think that is really unlikely, but if it happened, that would be my favorite thing that they could do.
Ezio
I can't imagine anything
Ezio was in
else.
5, I thought.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Fortnite Battle Royale is getting a new game type, 50v50 mode. Early access for the survival game Fade to Silence leaked ahead of the Game Awards, apparently. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are headed to Switch.
Yes.
And
all
also, Bayonetta 3.
All the Bayonetta stuff got me so excited.
That was so cool. I just love there's like, hey, we're putting 2 on it.
Good for them.
It's coming with
Switch
1.
is like doing
and
everything
then Reggie
so
doing
well.
the classic like, oh, one more thing. And then it's 3. Oh,
That's actually really
Reggie's
good.
like, my body's ready, Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, I'm too.
I haven't played I've played like a couple hours of the first Bayonetta, and like I really liked it, but I kind of fell off because it's like, honestly, I find like those games hard. I probably just suck at video games.
It's like a bullet hell, right?
It's like a hack
Hey,
and
they all
slash.
can't be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a hack and slash, but like on normal, it's like I find some of the boss fights hard, specifically the bosses. But I'm excited to go back, play them on easy, and see the whole world because I love the opening of Bayonetta 1 too. It's "Fly Me to the Moon" like remix.
Oh, really?
It's like a
So
dance
cool.
remix. It's
Interesting.
awesome. You fight in a graveyard.
Next up, we have Witchfire, which I'm blanking on the devs who made it.
No, it was the people who made Vanishing of Ethan Carter or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
Vanishing
right?
Ethan Carter and like Bulletstorm.
Yeah.
And Painkiller. I don't
Dude,
know
it looks
Painkiller.
cool. It's like a Dark Souls looking world, but like he has guns.
That is one of my favorite reveal trailers I've seen in a long time because it was like, okay, it's a character walking through and it's like spooky environments, and they dropped the Vanishing of Ethan Carter thing. So it's like, oh cool, we're getting like a walking simulator, like 4-hour game, and then all of a sudden just gun. And then the fact that they literally wrote, but also Painkiller and Bulletstorm, I was like, wait, what? What is this game?
I wasn't a fan of Bulletstorm.
I
I liked
thought
it, but it was such a.
I thought it was fine.
I just love that they literally use the phrasing, but
also
and
this.
then like, and then it's a completely different game. Like I was so into that.
I thought that trailer was so funny and also so good.
I'm excited to play that. I don't really like playing like shooters much anymore, but like it looks like really dark and like gothic and weird, and I'm excited to play it.
We got a Way Out trailer, which looks cool.
Yeah,
that's the co-op game.
That's
by that crazy ass dude.
That was so
Dude,
fun.
that guy was a god.
That was nuts.
That was like, so funny.
That's
What, the dude with the hair?
Right?
No, the Joseph
Fares
guy.
or
Yeah,
Fares,
dude.
yeah.
I'm like Jeff Keighley was getting like so annoyed. I'm like, oh, Jeff's getting pissed.
Dude, that was like my favorite part of
That's
the whole thing.
Xbox exclusive, right?
No. I saw that. I
Xbox
don't.
and PC.
Xbox
No, I'm pretty
exclusive,
sure
they don't do that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's on PS4.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure I saw somebody tweet that like you
know
could pre-order them now, and they had a PS4 link.
Oh,
I don't think so.
My
I thought. Wait, hold on.
Could be wrong.
My favorite thing that he said though in his whole rant was
Fuck
not
the
even
Oscars.
like the fuck Oscar stuff. To me, my favorite part was when he said like, "I'm such a passionate guy. If someone came up to me and told me my game is bullshit, I would say no, it isn't." And I was like, yeah.
That was dude.
That was like, all right.
That was the funniest quote
That's like
I've
the
ever
funniest
heard.
thing. It's just like I would say no,
I was
it's
like,
not.
was this guy high?
That's
or drunk?
amazing.
I'm so passionate. I would say it isn't.
That's amazing. So after that, we got Japan's getting Steelbook of Bayonetta 1 and 2 for Switch. Also, we got PUBG coming out on Xbox One December 12th. PC coming out December 20th. I guess that's the official release, right?
Yeah.
What is GTFO? GTFO gets
There's
the first game.
GTFO. It's like
I didn't really pay attention to that.
4-player like
Dude,
it looked like Alien.
That was
Wait,
like
did they
4
really
people.
name it GTFO?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
dude.
it's
That
called
was like the
GTFO.
worst trailer. It was
weird. The title does not go with the game. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. But
We also got a Metro.
Metro
What's
Exodus
this?
got a trailer. Hype for that.
Yeah.
I need to
I
look
love
up that one.
Metro.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah, and then Sea of Thieves got a release date March 20th.
We did skip over one. Dreams.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Media
Dreams is-
Molecules.
Yeah,
game.
it's like back. I mean, it went.
Yeah,
like,
I-
it's been like that's been
the
for a while,
first,
right?
The first few times they showed it off, nobody like I couldn't tell what was going on in there. Like I didn't like.
I was
care.
excited, but
I
I was
thought
very, like, I don't know.
I thought this trailer was really good.
This one's really cool. I'm like back in on the game.
Yeah,
and
same.
it's exciting seeing that there is progress being made. It looks cool. I'm really excited.
Oh, that's awesome. A lot of cool announcements. I think they hyped it up a bit more than usual. They do it every year, though.
I love the Game Awards.
No, I do.
I
And, like,
fucking
Keighley-
love watching the Game
I had
Awards.
so
It was a little
little-
long this year because I think they started.
See,
late.
I still enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I had so little expectations going into this, and honestly, I think this was better than E3 this past year.
Oh, easily. That
I think there was nothing new from E3, and so much good.
I legitimately every announcement in this was more exciting. Normally I hate the hate the Game Awards. Like I like
Really?
normally I really don't like watching them.
love watching
But this year they there was like nothing really bad about it. Like it went pretty well. And
actually, there was something kind of glaringly terrible.
is it that Nier wasn't nominated for Game of the Year?
Someone was missing.
Oh my God, the Chick
Oh, the Chick
Hydrobot!
Hydrobot.
Chick
Yeah,
Hydrobot
that
Where
was
was he?
that-
Jeff
not
said it wasn't. He
there.
wasn't coming back.
legitimately the biggest disappointment.
I would rather we
Like-
not get Kojima if we could get the Chick Hydrobot.
Yo, you want
Yeah.
to say that again?
What if this year he did a
Dude.
whole thing where it was like, because remember how when Kojima couldn't come in like 2015,
Yeah.
he was like Konami
This
wouldn't let
year-
him come, and he's like, yeah, so
Chick
Chick's
wouldn't
not letting the
allow-
Hydrobot come, and he did like a whole bit.
And
was so
that would
good.
have actually been amazing.
Dude,
wow.
the Hydrobot.
Kiefer Sutherland accepted that award for
Yeah, he
MVS.
did that.
he
Yeah.
did.
Actually, the only actual complaint I would have is the opening where it's just him talking to that other guy.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god,
that was
for sure.
long.
Where was the montage?
Yeah, that was bad.
There was,
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
there was no start montage. It's
Oh.
usually the best thing ever, Jeff. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I didn't like
Jeff,
the opening.
you done
that
fucked
was
up.
too long.
But I think this year was legitimately like pretty impressive.
It was
Like,
really-
No, I'll give it
there
to
was
him.
I like the orchestra.
There was that was cool.
Yeah,
there was
super
like
cool.
no real like awkward moments or anything, and like
Except for that dude.
yeah, but that was my favorite part of the whole
Yeah, that
thing.
was awesome.
And then
That was great.
They had like real announcements that were actually exciting. Like that
Yeah,
was
See,
so
you know what?
cool.
I'm so passionate that when you say that was awkward, I say no, it isn't.
I remember when 2
Say,
days ago,
no, it
Trio
isn't.
was like, Gooch, we're not getting a Death Stranding trailer. What do we get?
No, are you?
you get like the 10
You
minute
put
long.
Guillermo
What are you
del
talking
Toro-
about?
No.
I never said that we were never getting a Death Stranding trailer. What the hell are you?
I was gonna say Gooch was like, Trio was like, Gooch, we're
I
probably
said that
not
there-
gonna get Death Stranding. And I go, well,
What the
probably not, but I think
no,
we are.
I said that there's as good of a chance that we will or we won't. But I mean, I wouldn't. Be
I think
surprised
once
if
they
didn't.
announced Guillermo and Norman Reedus, and
It just made the most sense.
That was
Yeah.
like
It would
okay,
be the biggest. It would be the biggest like mistake if they didn't
Yeah.
show anything.
I just
Yeah.
wish they didn't
Dude,
announce
yeah.
that beforehand.
I was
if he
getting
showed
ready.
up,
I was
yeah.
waiting for Jeff and Kojima to like make out.
Oh, when Hideo and
They're
Kojima
bros.
walked
They
in,
got
It was
bros.
awesome.
Dude, they're bros.
The way they
Is that what bros do?
Yeah.
it was just make out, man.
unless I think the way they showed the Death Stranding thing was so weird too, because it was like they brought out Guillermo and like Kojima like
To present
like
an award.
earlier to
Yeah.
present an award,
And then it
nothing
was
happened.
Kojima.
Which I think that was a
and then
misstep.
Jeff Keighley was like, "This is the longest like look," and I'm like, "It's God of War." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Death Stranding!" Like, I
I think that was a bit of a misstep to bring
They're
it out
definitely gonna
before
do-
the big reveal.
You know what?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think all three of them
I
should
think
have
just in
came
terms
out.
of like theatrics and like hype building, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah,
It was
for
cool
sure.
hearing like Norman
That's not
Reedus
that
go
funny.
like, "This guy's opened my eyes up to a whole nother world
Yeah.
of shit." Like the video game, I feel like he definitely did that.
What
for him.
was
Yeah, I don't think he was like bullshitting at all.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
What's the thing they say at the end of the trailer and then Kojima said afterwards? Is it hell yeah or is it oh yeah? Is it oh yeah?
don't understand why.
I
And you
love
saw
it.
him get up. He was like, "Oh yeah."
I guarantee like Norman Reedus just said that, and he was just like, Let's put it in the end.
Yeah, like that, and like even like the baby giving like a little bit of like a thumbs up, sort of like that. Like I love those little things that tell me that like we're gonna go like weird places, but we're not taking ourselves too seriously.
I got it,
and that's why like
that is Kojima.
So, I love him being like, oh yeah,
that was real good.
Well,
no, upcoming games.
Yeah, what's coming up?
What is coming up?
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out this year.
Yeah, we said that last year too.
That's been on my upcoming list for ever.
What else?
That'd be cool.
We got.
I hear this game called Metal Gear Survive.
Oh yes.
You mean Game of the Year Metal Gear Survive?
You gotta buy it.
Yeah.
You gotta buy it.
No.
We're buying it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We're buying it. We're buying it, bro. Dude, we gotta play.
You're gonna buy it. If you buy it for me, I'll think about it.
I'm gonna buy Deluxe Edition.
If you buy it for me, I'll think about it.
I'm gonna spend as much money as I possibly can.
I might even throw 20 in the trash.
So I mean,
I'm gonna mail Konami a check.
Yeah.
Getting back to honestly, we can look. Most anticipated games really are covering what I'm excited for in the coming year. Really, like Spider-Man, I'm pumped for. God of War, I can't wait for. I'm trying to think what else I'm missing.
We haven't heard about it yet, but the next Dragon Age game is probably on the horizon.
I want to see what Rocksteady's doing, for fuck's sake. They've been dark since Arkham Knight. What are you making?
I'm like
Dark Arkham Knight, Dark Knight.
I don't get that.
Good. Anyway, no, I really want to see what they're doing. I don't know. I don't have much, too much on my plate.
I feel like there's a ton of stuff I'm looking forward to, but I'm totally blanking on everything. Like.
Red Dead. I mean, honestly,
Red Dead. Obviously, Last of Us. I don't think 2020. I think that's 2020.
There's the obvious games of Red Dead. Last of Us is not coming out in 2018, by the way. It's not
2020. I think earliest.
I think
it was announced.
Or no, I'm sorry, 2019. I'm thinking
Beyond Good and Evil 2. Not happening.
They were working on it at the same time of Uncharted, like two years ago. I think it was announced.
No, Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
No, that was only announced this year, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Paris Games was it?
I thought it was at least a year ago.
Wait, what?
Was it
Last of Us 2?
It was
that was at last PSX. Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yeah. Probably not. Early 2019, earliest.
Yeah, at the earliest. Yeah.
I wish it was
Death Stranding's like 2020 at the earliest.
But I'm pretty sure Kingdom Hearts 3 is really coming out this year. Square is supposed to be making announcements.
I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm forgetting so many games that I'm
Life is Strange too. I remember.
Yeah,
I can't wait to actually play the second season of Batman.
Before the storm, made me forget the 2 was coming.
Yeah, my most upcoming things are happening in a week. Like Resident Evil DLC comes out in 4 days.
Yeah.
I actually can't wait to play that.
Yeah, same.
Wait, so did you say Telltale Batman?
Yeah.
Oh,
Season 2. It has been coming out this year. I really.
Done.
Yeah, that's Batman Season 1 might be my favorite Telltale game. But that's also maybe half because
Season 1's a fucking classic.
Oh, dude, you're getting
one. All right, but
this is the only honestly of the whole cast, this is the only legitimate. Come on. Have you played Walking Dead Season 1?
I don't like it.
Oh.
I just I didn't finish it.
Wolf Among Us.
You played Wolf Among Us?
Yeah, I loved Wolf Among Us.
That's one of Batman.
But Telltale really needs to.
Okay.
Telltale really needs to pick it the fuck up.
I will actually say that. I will say that Wolf Among Us is definitely up there with Batman for me.
The games are getting very same.
And I can't. They announced the season 2 for that, which I cannot wait.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that.
Which is good on them. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna be good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm excited though.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Walking Dead season.
No,
actually, all the Walking Dead stuff is bad, man.
But I mean, does anyone else for upcoming?
They should make good games.
I wish I could. I know there's stuff I'm gonna think about later that I can't remember, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII remake.
Of course.
Another Square
Shadow
game.
of Colossus remaster.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, whenever that comes out.
Not happening.
No, I know it's not. I'm joking.
That's 2020.
I'm talking ever. Not happening.
I'd say 2019.
I'd say Cyberpunk 2077 will come out.
2077.
I'd like to say the unannounced Animal Crossing Switch game.
Yeah.
But seriously,
the
next Dragon Age game is probably close to being announced.
That's awesome.
It's been 3
Rocksteady,
years since
get your ass on that announcement.
And Mass Effect is
Superman game.
Mass Effect is officially shelved, and Anthem is being worked on by another team.
I've heard about Anthem.
You know what I want
I don't know how I feel about that.
Rocksteady to do? They could make a fucking really cool Green Lantern game. They could. You go out in space, you're patrolling some planets. Anyways, thank you all for watching us today. This has been our Game of the Year talk. For more, you can check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Delco Nerd Network, as well as youtube.com/Delco Nerd Network. You can find us on Twitter and on Instagram @the Delco Nerds. For Gooch, for Joey, for Nick, I've been Trio. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay nerdy.
I kind of want to rip this.